tó wà in charge plane yẹn, they need to question the CEO àbí kí náà pè wọ́n náà CSO or something, chief security officer. Yes, they need to question that CSO. Why haven't you you should have taken him off, picked him up from that scene. You were not checked in, plane is moving anytime now. Please, can you just take your leave? Kote de to benye, wọ́n máa gbé sí, wọ́n máa gbé kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ completely ni. But because Wasiu is feeling like he owns, feeling like a small god. Ṣé Wasiu lè ṣerú ẹ̀ ní US? Ó lè ṣe UK. Ordinary Benin Republic. Ṣé Wasiu lè dùn síwájú plane wọn bẹ̀? Ṣé tí o ti ẹ̀gbẹ́dẹ̀ tán sọ tọ́jú sọ àìsàn fún ọ̀pọ̀ pọ̀ṣán? Kò ní dúró. Kò ní ṣe. Ordinary gada mẹ́yẹn. Ò ní dúró. Tọ́jú tí ń pe doctor ní dẹ́kítẹ̀, nurse, dẹ́kítẹ̀. Ò ní dúró síbẹ̀. Because you think ẹjọ́ sọ English, ẹjọ́ pidgin, ẹjọ́ sọ Yorùbá. That is the reason why Wasiu will want to feel like I can hold the tire of the plane, I can stand in front of the plane, and nobody will move. Please, are you the one that owns everyone inside that plane? And Mr. Ishaq said something. If Wasiu had said, omi ni mo gbé síbẹ̀ o, mo mú ni o, or omi mixed with some recommended thing for me, for my head, for the safety of my head. Even when I was reading the pilot message, the pilot said, òun tún bọ́ sílẹ̀ to show some respect to say, maybe ó tiẹ̀ máa lè humble ara rẹ̀ pé this is it so that he can, she can just say, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọ. Only for Wasiu to feel like, who are you people to stop me? Who are you people to? Can you go and tell them in Benin Republic like that? Can you even go to, let's even look at North, Iliawusa. Can Wasiu do that in Ebonyi or in Sokoto? I've been telling people that it's
Wasiu to tender apology.
Go matter.
Apology láàárọ̀ pé
ṣé Ìyáwúsá tí àbókí ti ń sọ fún wa sí pé ẹlẹ́jì wẹ̀lẹ́ if you no comot for there for the door for billion wẹ̀lẹ́.
Westo. It's about the process. It's about the law. It's not about Wasiu. Apology yẹn tí ọlọ́run àjàrí tí ò dá tí plane yẹn bá lọ forí gbà kankan lẹ́yìn ibi tó ti ń dọ̀jì ẹ̀. Ṣé apology yẹn lè bring the life back to life?
Bring it now, even they will be
wrong now.
Ó wrong. Olùkọ́ tí mò ń sọ náà nìyẹn pé ìṣẹ́rí àwọn conspire pé ṣe ló yẹ kó customize Nigeria.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe àwọn èèyàn wà tó fẹ́ give o.
Yes, I'm coming. They feel like Nigeria should be customized for them. Even ordinary train in last week, I want to board the train lásán. Ṣojú mi báyìí, ní last passenger ṣe wọlé kí n gbé báàgì mi kí n lọ ní train pilot ló hàn. Bó ṣe hàn tó tilẹ̀kùn báyìí, kò sí àrà tí mi ò dá in times of appeal to say, ṣé mo lè bá lọ bá lọ. They said I cannot go with that train. Train nìyẹn, ordinary train tí ó ṣe náwó sí tó ṣe control kọ́kọ́ sáré sílẹ̀kùn kí n wọlé kò tí ì gbéra ó kàn hàn lásán hàn yẹn mi pé òun ti ṣọ́dà ó ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tax kí n dẹ̀ wọlé wọn ni mi lè wọlé. Ordinary train. How much more a plane that has series of process, they will test run the right wing, the left wing, they will look at all the fan and make sure that everything is working fine before they take a leave. So I still want them to stop that tax. Because possible now, so everything Wasiu have done that day is a self-suicide. He was planning to commit a self-suicide, and the security at that time should be questioned for not taking action immediately. Wasiu was not allowed to check in. So we should respect the law and process and not flaunt it in the name of whatever we call ourselves. You cannot even do that in another country. So I will allow others to talk about what more. Thank you.
Ọlá tó jẹ́ sí.
Àmọ́lé Jésàlẹ̀ fi mo fẹ́ business mi. Mo fẹ́ drop down a little bit. Ṣé rí gbogbo àti mò ń sọ ni pé Nigeria system ó ti dojúrú. A lè torí pé Wasiu jẹ́ ẹni tó mọ president àbó ń kọ orin tàbó jẹ́ bákàbákan. Kálí mi wà àwọn passengers tó wà nù plane. Wasiu ní ṣe bó ṣe ṣe tó rà mọ́ra wa. Ṣé àwọn Nigeria government àtàwọn Nigeria citizens náà tó blame wọn? Torí wẹ́ẹ́ kí wọ́n káwọ́ gbéra to that extent. Àwọn mi wà ẹ̀gbọ́ ń lọ fún life appointment ni èmi lọ fún gbèsè ayé ẹ̀ tí ẹni orí kan wá fẹ́ disturb orí tó kù. Nigeria gọọmenti gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe òfin torí gbogbo àtàn wí gan ó ń dojú ti president Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Ìyẹn gan fa hatred àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ fáwọn èèyàn pé wáyé tí Nàìjíríà rí báyìí. Gbogbo nǹkan báyìí láti stop ẹ̀. Láyé pé all these things need to be stopped. Nàìjíríà ò tiẹ̀ tí ò sófin tó sì kankan mọ́ ni. Sọ̀rọ̀ agbẹ́dọ̀ ń kálukú yín jẹ́ kí n fi sílẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ní ẹ̀ka ọ̀dẹ́gbọ́n náà.
Ẹ káàsán sá o, ẹ káàsán. Dádì mi Adébíyìnká mo kí n sáyé káàbọ̀ sọ. Àwọn èèyàn ti sọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti sọ èyí tó pọ̀ nínú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Bọ̀ èmi bẹ́ jẹ́ ká wò báyìí, ṣe rí ìwà tí Mr. Wasiu ìwà yẹn àbùkù yàtọ̀ sí pé ó kàbùkù ara ẹ̀. Ó depict nǹkan tí Nigeria of today bí ìlú wa ṣe rí nsìn nǹkan tí kìíní ẹ̀ ń tọ́ka sí nìyẹn. Then someone made a suggestion, made a kind of comment pé ó yẹ ká ọ̀pọ̀lọpàá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé ìlú tó jẹ́ pé ẹni tó jẹ́ àbúrò local government chairman kan ó ní ọlọ́pàá mẹ́ta tó ń tẹ̀lé tó ń bá gbé báàgì. Àwọn pípò tẹ̀ ń sọ àwọn ọlọ́pàá bíi 4-5 tó bá ń lọ náà ń tẹ̀lé wọn tó ń bá wọn gbé báàgì tó ń bá wọn. Ṣé irú ẹni yẹn lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pọlọ́pàá sí? Then thank God pé ẹni Mr. Wasiu yìí ó ní frequent travellers ni. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣé ike omi tó ń gbé káàkiri yẹn kí ló dé tí ò gbé ṣé tó ń bá sọ kó gbé tó bá jẹ́ UK ló wà àbí any European country ló wà àbí US àbí Canada ló wà tó bá ní kó má gbé wọlé ṣé ó máa gbé wọlé? Bọ́ ó ti mọ̀ wípé Nàìjà ìlú tó gbolẹ̀ tó pọ̀ lẹ́ni ìlú tó bá tó ń ti lè ṣe bó ṣe àmbísì ìlú tó ti lè ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó bá wù ú. Then ẹ má dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé pé aviation world ó dàbí military ni. Wọ́n ní code tó fi operate, wọ́n ní ethics, wọ́n ní mode of operations tó fi ń ṣiṣẹ́. So àwọn tó wà ní inú equipment tí Mr. Wasiu tó sálàkàpọ̀ yẹn tó ní kò ní lọ yẹn ẹni tó ń lò fún medical check-up wà ń bẹ̀ ẹni tó ń lò fún so many different things àwọn tó ń lò fún business wọn ẹnìkan wá dúró síbẹ̀ ìwà tá a gbọ́dọ̀ bá lọ́wọ́ wọn nursery 2 láì ṣe dáńfó ní Òṣòdì park. Ìyẹn wá dúró síwájú equipment síwájú plane bàálù oníkànlífò. So ká ní ìlú tí gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ṣe dáadáa ni ìwà yẹn àwọn èèyàn wọ́n lè túmọ̀ sí a lot of things wọ́n lè sọ pé ó fẹ́ hijack plane mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ kò yẹ kó sun lé ẹ̀ ní alẹ́ àná yẹn bí yẹ kó máa fọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wò ni kó wà ní gbàgàgì. But ìlú tá a ti wá ìlú wa yìí gbogbo nǹkan ló lọ ọmọ ta ni ọmọ báyìí ni ó ti jẹ́ kí ìlú yẹn pàkàṣọ and I question so many things lánàá yẹn okay irú àwọn èèyàn wo gan làwọn èèyàn fi ń joyè gan because I don't know irú àwọn èèyàn wo gan làwọn èèyàn fi ń joyè ẹ máa rí lòmíì bàbá táyé sí náà fi jẹ ìwà àbàyè jẹ́ owó ẹ̀rọ dẹ́kun sí so kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ wò ó. So on the other side tó jẹ́ ti pilot yẹn tá a bá wò lélẹ̀ rárá tá a bá fi sí under professions tẹ́ni yẹn wà definitely kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n á ṣe tí mò níbí but the pilot ó yẹ kó because tí ò bá move ní that particular time tó move yẹn the cost implication yẹn kò lè sí lórí pilot yẹn láíláí ó máa rádà wà lórí company yẹn ni ó máa send signal pé okay tó bá pull off engine yẹn tó bá ní okay tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá move máa ní kó ń bẹ̀ yẹn plane òun ò ní fò òun ò ní move ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe because at that particular time òun ni ó wà in charge ṣe understand òun ló wà in charge so nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ̀ rí nìyẹn pé woman pilot yẹn kò yẹ kó mú ìyẹn because ní àìmọye àwọn ọdún mi gan tí téèyàn bá wà nínú bọ́ọ̀sì gan tí cat olóńgbò bá wà wájú kínní wọ́n máa dúró because life èèyàn ó wà very very important kò ń ṣe ní Wasiu nìkan ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lánàá yẹn àmì nígbà tí kínní yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn tí kínní yẹn bá bẹ́ wọn kò ní jẹ́ Wasiu yẹn tó bá jẹ́ Wasiu yẹn náà àní ní kó pààyàn so nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ́ rí nìyẹn tó yẹ pé ẹnìyẹn nígbà tí kò bá exercise some little patient kò sẹ́ni tí inú ò ní bí kí wọ́n rò wọ́n wà on top of the world so èyí tèmi ní láti sọ nìyẹn ṣe.
Thank you, sir.
ẹjọ ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà sọ.
Òun náà lè sáré bí ìbéèrè lọ.
bóyá the next call adé ìgbà ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa tí ẹnìyẹn bá ṣì máa dúró bóyá ẹ go ahead.
okay sir no ẹ lọ́sọ̀ mi question kan ní sir.
mo fẹ́ béèrè nǹkan báyìí lọ́wọ́ yìí pé ẹni tí wọ́n tán provoke tán da omi sí lára pẹ̀lú recording tá a ti rí
okay sir.
tó wá stop playing tán wá continue recording yẹn tán wá fi hàn gbogbo ayé. ṣé disgrace yẹn will not multiply than even what we are having today for one.
okay sir ṣé mo lè dáhùn sir.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Mr. Gbóyèga dáhùn.
okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Mr. Gbóyèga dáhùn. Bóyá my machine is already.
ọmọ mi náà ni ọmọ mi ni ẹ jẹ́ kí ọlá tó jẹ́ nítorí dáhùn ọlá dáhùn tó bá ti dáhùn máa sọ̀rọ̀.
Mo ti rọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ méjì.
okay sir okay sir ṣe rí pilot kò ń ṣe 2-3 years diploma course kò ń ṣe 2-3-4 years diploma course ṣe rí ethics yàtọ̀ sí tábà ní àwọn tó bá wà ní àwọn òfin bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ púpọ̀ but àwọn tó bá wà ní aviation world wọ́n tún mọ̀ jù mí lọ wọ́n ní code they have a code of operations tó ń ṣe then sẹ́rí lórí passenger ẹ̀yọ̀ kan tó ń fò ní each of the equipment ó ní iye tax tó ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ government ó ní iye tó ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ company ó ní iye tí international body tó mọ̀ sí ẹ gbàgbé be it local flight or whatever it is. ṣe rí èèyàn máa ń sá fún ẹni tí kíní ẹ̀ tí bá ti bàjẹ́ èèyàn máa ń sá fún ni. ṣe rí kò sí bó ṣe lè wò kó le tó safety gbọ́dọ̀ come first.
broda mi má bínú gẹ́gẹ́ tí tẹ́mi gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn lọ.
mo gẹ́sẹ̀ pé
àwọn olówó wa
kó máa wà disgraceful.
one lọ́la bá a ṣe máa dín pẹ̀lú wọn dáadáa ká educate ara wa lè ní lọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
ṣẹ́rí.
mo fẹ́ ká máa dín pẹ̀lú wọn dáadáa láì mẹ́gbàá dání. eléyìí tó bá yẹ ká disgrace ẹ̀.
yes sir ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tí mo sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni pé ìlú ti tó rí bó ṣe dà náà ni. nǹkan ní ìlú tó ti ṣe dáadáa ni normal ló yẹ kọ́kọ́ gbé wọn kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ó yẹ kí àwọn the security personnel kan gbé wọn but security personnel jẹ́ pé wọ́n lọ ń bẹ̀ wọ́n lọ ní ẹ kó má bínú kó ṣe torí pàṣẹ gbígbé ẹ̀ tó ẹ kó rí lò wọ́n lọ ń bẹ̀ nítorí ẹ kó gbé kó ń tamak ó yẹ kó gbé kó rọ fáǹdẹ̀ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Odidi K1.
ẹjọ́ ta ló ń jẹ́ odidi K1 ẹjọ́ ta ló ń jẹ́ odidi àwọn tó ń bàlú ìjẹ́ nìyẹn sí ma àwọn tó ń bàlú ìjẹ́ nìyẹn odidi kí máa jẹ́ odidi tó wù àmì ọmọ nọ́ọ̀sì tù.
Odidi K1 ẹ máa kò sí bó ṣe lè jẹ́ náà àwọn náà fi
amọ̀rí sọrí gbogbo ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn wọ́n á rí kọ́ọ̀tù ṣẹ́jọ́ yẹn wípé wọ́n wá stop play yẹn fún sọ̀tọ̀ minutes wọ́n wá gbọ́lọ́pàá wọ́n wá dé rìkọ́ọ̀tù wọ́n ṣe mú wọn kúrò
nínú license ẹni tó ń dáwọ́ suspend yẹn wò ní suspend ẹ mọ do you know what it takes to be a pilot for almost 10 years.
Amọ̀rí headline tábà máa rí lánàá yẹn ni pé Mr. Wasiu had mental breakdown his two short on break.
wọ́n lọ síbi tó ti lọ wò ó ṣe tó iná.
àyẹ̀kọ̀ máa bá nígbà ló save life ẹ̀.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ lómi láàyè sá ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ẹlòmí láàyè kan sọ̀rọ̀ because kí n má lọ because inú ti ń fẹ́ máa bí bẹ́ẹ̀.
mo kí gbogbo ilé ẹ̀ka sàn.
ẹ̀ka sàn.
mo jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn brothers mi àwọn sisters mi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀. mo fẹ́ padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ kan because mo támọ̀rí tí ò bá gbàgbé mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan lánàá níbí báyìí náà ni but inú mi dùn gan pé woman kan bí woman yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ woman yẹn immediately tán sọ̀rọ̀ wọn náà fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ tán wà ní US. Kí ni mo ń try láti sọ èmi yìí ń sọ mo yìí tún sọ Wasiu Ayinde fúnra lóòótọ́ ọmọ àdúgbò kan náà ni wá ọmọ àgàràwù kan náà ni wá but ẹ̀gbọ́n ló jẹ́ sí èmi débi tí ẹ pé àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ọ̀rẹ́ kan náà ni wọ́n arrogant wọ́n pọ̀ jù gbogbo àjọ dàgbà ládùúgbò ni arrogant wọ́n ti pọ̀ jù ìyẹn ní AG ṣebí Canadian citizen ni kó lọ ṣerú ẹ̀ náà ṣó lè ṣerú ẹ̀ ní Canada tán fún níwèé ṣó lè ṣerú ẹ̀ ìyẹn kan then ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì brother mi tó wà lókè yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣẹ́rí ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa fi ká máa ga sẹ́yìn kankan ṣẹ́rí lóòótọ́ ọlọ́pàá 2-3 ń tẹ̀lé Wasiu ó lè jọ wọn tó wà lẹ́nu checking point rank wọn lè má tó ẹni tó tẹ̀lé ọlọ́pàá wọn á fẹ́ jẹ́ kó kọjá bọ̀tẹ́ bá rí kinní tó máa ń gbé dání yẹn wọ́ta bọ́tù yẹn nǹkan tó le ló máa ń kó sínú ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ń wò lórí gbogbo stage tó bá ń play ó máa ń gbé dání ni ó máa ti prepare nǹkan ẹ̀ láti lé ó máa ń gbé dání wá sí pàtì ni ó máa fi ń kọ́wọ́ àbí kó gbé sábíà so kí ló à ń try láti sọ nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ kì í ṣe ordinary water mo sọ ń bíbá ẹ̀ lánàá tó bá fẹ́ ra omi ní airport ó máa show lórí body pass ẹ̀ wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ibẹ̀ ló ti rà á then inú plane náà tó wà ó lè ra nǹkan nínú plane kì í ṣe compulsory meanwhile nígbà tó dẹ̀ ti sọ fún pé kò lè gbé kinní yẹn wọlé ó yẹ kó sún sẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo wọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ their all staff reflective jacket wà lára gbogbo wọn then tẹ́ bá wo plane yẹn dáadáa plane yẹn kọ́kọ́ move nígbà tó move ó tún stop gbogbo ìgbà yẹn ó ti start the 2 machine tó ń lò jẹ́ engine tó ń lò ó ti start méjèèjì ẹ ti ń gbóhùn ẹ̀ gbogbo aláwọ̀ plane rẹ̀ bí local or international ó ti start ẹ̀ then ẹ má gbàgbé ó dàbí train ọ̀rẹ́ kan tí brother mi kan sọ ń bẹ̀ yẹn wípé train lásán tó bá ti tilẹ̀kùn ó tilẹ̀kùn nìyẹn tí náà yẹn bá ti fún ní signal green because track train bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ti plane náà wọ́n fẹ́ sún mọ́ra wọn train mi lè máa bọ̀ kó jẹ́ pé èyí tó tan green tó ń lọ yẹn ó máa open guide láti lè gba one way àbí láti lè gba normal ẹ̀ tó bá tún ti kúrò ó lè jẹ́ pé train mi tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wọ́n ti time everything guide yẹn máa close láti lè jẹ́ kóun náà tún bọ́ sí another way nígbà tó rí nǹkan pé kinní yẹn pọ̀ plane yẹn move ó tún stop máàlù kan ó fọwọ́ kọ ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ bí abíyá báyìí ó gba ọwọ́ máà yẹn kúrò for you guys láti mọ̀ nǹkan pé máà yẹn ń pààkì ẹ̀ pé kó kúrò lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ plane ó gba ọwọ́ máà yẹn kúrò apart from èyí tó ń ra ọwọ́ tó ń fọwọ́ méjèèjì tó ń bẹ́ yẹn. yẹn kọ́ ni mò ń sọ eléyìí ó wọṣọ bíi black báyìí ó fọwọ́ kọ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí ó wọ́n ọwọ́ máa yẹn kúrò lára ẹ̀ kẹ́ lè fi mọ̀ pé arrogance yẹn ó ti wà lọ́pọlọ ẹ̀.
plane yẹn kọ́kọ́ move kó tó stop ó tún yí ọrùn ó yí táyà kúrò ní center wà láti avoid wà bí pé kí mọ́tò fẹ́ yà fún náà train yẹn yí ó avoid.
Thank you then ngbà tó wá fọwọ́ kó tí máa yẹn fọwọ́ kó kúrò ó gba ọwọ́ máa yẹn ó ṣẹ̀ wá fi ọwọ́ lé ibi imú plane yẹn báyìí ó fọwọ́ lé ó ń ṣe níṣe ń pé bóyá mọ́tò òun ni àbóhùn lòun ni má ti lọ ó fọwọ́ lé lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí. Ìgbà tó tún.
Pẹ́sọ̀ ta bèrè ni pé nínú Wasiu àti Pilot lálẹ́ rò pé bóyá ó jẹ̀bi.
Wasiu ló jẹ̀bi náà so nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ibi tí mo lọ gan nìyẹn òun ló jẹ̀bi on a very good day kò yẹ kó sunlé ẹ̀jọ́ yẹn sẹ́.
báyìí dẹ̀ sọ pé Wasiu nìkan ló jẹ̀bi Pilot jẹ̀bi sà.
ok Pilot tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tóun náà dẹ̀ tún da ọtí ló dà sí woman yẹn lára náà ṣebí torí pé woman yẹn jẹ́ ọmọ senator ní ṣẹ́rù pé tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ ordinary person ní ṣẹ́rù pé ó máa lọ bá ṣe ń sọ yìí ni ṣebí torí pé wọ́n máa jọ rub shoulder ara wọn lókè ni ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wa náà ó dàbí nǹkan tí Ọlátúnjí tó sọ pilot kì í ṣe kọ́ọ̀sì kékeré náà ṣóun ló ràn ó jọ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní àbóhun ló ràn lọ sí kinní ni ìyẹn ń ṣiṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ní náà tó pilot yẹn náà bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá sọ nǹkan pé ó fẹ́ ba kinní security for security purpose ńkọ́ ọlọ́run ẹ̀ka ní kò ṣe dáadáa náà so woman yẹn ò jẹ̀bi rárá woman yẹn ò jẹ̀bi Wàsíù ló jẹ̀bi ó yẹ kó apology tó sọ yẹn campaign after election yẹn ó yẹ kó fine yẹn apart from that wọ́n tún fine yẹn thank you.
Mr. Sunday George ẹ fi eléyìí náà kọ́rọ̀ tẹ́fẹ́ sọ sá ṣé ẹ rántí nǹkan tí ọ̀ṣẹ́ ọmọlẹ̀ náà ṣe recently ní airport tó náà jókòó tó ní gbogbo passenger ò ní kún.
ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn méjèèjì là kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ béèrè.
ẹ gbọ́ sá.
Sunday okay Mr. Fajamiya ó dà Mr. Sunday Simbe.
ẹ ká sọ àwọn tẹ̀tù yọ speech ẹ̀ tí nǹkan tí.
mo wá bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni o tẹ wọlé nìyẹn ìjọba mo wá bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kàn sáré fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. mo wá bẹ́ẹ̀. mo sáré wá mítì kan ni ẹ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré sọ̀rọ̀ mo wá mítì kan ni Amẹ́ríkà mo ti sọ àmì business man.
ta ni ó jẹ
nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni sẹ́rí ẹ má jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ ìjà sí anywhere rárá sẹ́rí tó bá yẹ pé US náà ti dánwó ẹ̀wò wọ́n á ti lock wọn up ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ẹ̀ka làwọn máa sọ sẹ́rí ẹ má jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ ìjà sí anywhere woman yẹn kò tẹ̀ sí ọ̀nà kan tó fi gbàjẹ́ bí Beyoncé kò lè dánwó ẹ̀wò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà máa ń kọrin Jay-Z ò lè dánwó ẹ̀wò bí gate kò lè dánwó ẹ̀wò bí gate gangan ó ti lówó tó yẹn tó bá wọ kíní kò lè dánwó ẹ̀wò ṣé ní nǹkan tó ń dà wá Nàìjíríà láàmú nìyẹn kò sí any right rárá ẹ wo tí n bá iṣẹ́ mi ṣe travel ni tí n bá fẹ́ lọ sẹ́ni ìwé tí n bá ti kọ́ any cream lásán airport náà ti máa gbà sínú bin òun láti rà mí nínú ilé tí bá ti wọ bẹ̀ ni so kò ní ẹ wo ẹjọ́ my sister my brother.
ọlọ́dún sí wa sí ṣe ó ní ọmọdé òkè mú ẹ̀kọ́ jọ ó máa rà lọ́wọ́.
bọ́tẹ̀ ẹ mọ ẹjọ́ mo kẹ́kẹ́ bẹ̀ àwa Nàìjíríà sẹ́ni lánàá níbi iṣẹ́ àwọn èèyàn fi mí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ni láwùjọ àjọ ń ṣe business papọ̀ tó ń rí kíní yìí látọ́ ẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà ń bí ẹ mọ̀ kó dá rárá náà tó bá yẹ pé Amẹ́ríkà bíi ni wọ́n ti àwọn tó wà ní yẹ́là yẹn wọ́n á ti sùn yẹ́là yẹn.
láì náà rí pé nǹkan tí ó bẹ̀ ẹ́ wò pé nǹkan tí ó máa yẹn ṣe láti sáré kíkọ̀ ó ní gbogbo ohun tó wà lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan.
ẹ wo sẹ́ni gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní plane gan wọ́n á ti sùn yẹ́là yẹn lọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n á ti sùn yẹ́là yẹn ní nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá yẹn. bèbí yẹn gan ó yẹ kán compensate bèbí yẹn tó bá kàn ní àtàtàkọ̀ òun ní kíní kankan nǹkan tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀dà my sister or my brother tó wà lórí láyò ìtìjú ló jẹ́ fún àtàwọn alábùrọ̀dù ìtìjú gan gidi àwọn náà ń travel náà jẹ́ síbòsí wọ̀nyẹn ò lè bí kéètì kò lè dánwó ẹ̀wò ẹ lọ mọ́sọ̀ lè dánwó ẹ̀wò. ọ̀dà ẹ wò ọlọ́run sábà yanjú ẹ̀ lágbá ọlọ́run.
All right. So, hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
Until you share what is something tí mo fẹ́ sọ really but jẹ́ kí n kọ́ come up. Number one, woman had no fault because wọ́n mọ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọn nítorí pé bí a gbé ọlọ́pàá wa àbí pé wò pé àbúrò jẹ́ àmàgán lọ́lọ́pàá. It's not when Nigeria has been in that stage. It's not a matter of much even àwọn tó jẹ́ ẹni tó ní 20 million naira lásán nínú account alọ́lọ́pàá mẹ́ta ń lé ìtòrò ní 20 million. Ó di ó máa gbọ́lọ́pàá sílé ó máa oppress àwọn èèyàn náà rẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́ náà wà gan nǹkan tí Wàsíù ṣe it is extremely total wrong. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ ìnìkan ló ti ń travel now. Number one, all those personal securities don't want airport between the checking gate to the tarmac, they are all meant to be locked up because one share. Because if it was somebody who is coming, like what blue aircraft or could a terrorist coming, is how they're gonna get to the tarmac and all that gonna be done, hanging onto a flight. Kilowatt anything want checking. How come did they get to that place? And at the point, you have the right to stop in a plane not to leave. Who are you? And every flight has its own rules, it has its own time. Lady, any time to go kuro, because another flight is coming in, maybe to run away. But then the time to get flight and not land. So she's probably going to be waiting for that signal because some another flight is coming on time. For the fact that she has come down to talk to you as a person, what is she normal thing? What if you okay? Anything after this, you are going beyond your who you are. So at that point, she's not meant to be blamed in any way because what you do only if emotions you, but at that point, what you try. Because what about the life of people that are in there? Hello, me one day, all operation me to like to take life.
Yes.
What if that person dies in the flight? Has anybody thought about that? She was you, she pilot gonna go for a ride, she could need trauma. Can you get the pilots gone at the end? Omali fly, Omali land in the middle law. So they have to put all those things in consideration for the pilot. She's not meant to be suspended in any way. That's a fact because any told like they said in a very normal country. I live in America. Yesterday I just traveled into US to UK. Mora drink, duty free, and I'm coming in. But if you're bored, walk back, drink alone, is no dustbin. When we go on a plane, tomorrow duty free. So what do you want to say about that? Oh, now. If he knows that he wants to do all this proudness and all this arrogancy, go on a charter flight now. He's on charter flight. How much to one charter flight now? So if you want to do a big boy, while on charter flight, what day to one way day to problem in here. So when you come in there and you can do that kind of a thing, in public flight, it's totally wrong. It's not meant to buy so lay down. If you don't want to take it, that's a fact. Apology is making no sense. Because to pay your God, you couldn't flight at that point. To attend medical attention. To cause me, kill a mass of high blood pressure. Or sickness, or high blood pressure, me hypertensive. They don't flight here. At the point, only my one normal or again more. The pilot want to play there and notice Ori. She doesn't have a choice than to leave. So I don't think that's her fault. I must say that's not her fault. So in Nigeria, we just have to keep up with it because I've met him so many times. Maybe at the airport when we were traveling together. He does that. When he gets to the airport, he wants to behave like a king. Even to our business class, to pound when you're to business class, he still want to jump the queue. And it's not supposed to be done. It's not supposed to be done. I have every perspective. If you look at me, I'm better than Mila, and I'm an assembly aspirant too. But when I get to there, I kill you. I don't jump the queue. Most times people even see me like, oh, guy, no, don't take me. Let me do the normal thing. And I do the normal thing. So why? I know several times they pay multi-depot back on Islam or plane gone. One to shut down when she did the rest of me make him really check him. I had to go back home. So it is not right. It is not right. So come and blame woman for anything she has done. She's not supposed to be. She's not supposed to even go to any suspension on that case. He is faulty and his quality personnel to one for the fact that all this Trump way like better to Joe Biden press Kokro as president's leading, go the ex-president, go try and go to us here. Because we just have no rules. Things are just being done like they wanted. That's why we just got to do it. Because I remember I was on one of his calls when the mother died and all that, when he was doing it on Instagram, was talking to the president. People lamented the guy, the way he was talking like as if. So we got encouragement for that is because he believes he have everything, and which is totally wrong. So at a point, if the federal government let this slide, then I'm sure anybody else could do the same thing after him. It will keep happening. Because you got to show you got money. They have the money. So that is not making any sense. So that's my plan, my sugar man.
Okay, sir. ọkọ ló sọ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan ni.
Okay.
Yes. There is ẹ ká gẹ̀ẹ́tì ìní ìlú ètò. Pé kí èèyàn kan kó má fi tiẹ̀ kó bá wa o. Alhaji ló gbé gbogbo
Ìjọba ti gbọ́ sókè ẹgbẹ́ máa mí ò sẹ́bà tí mi máa drop yín.
From material Alhaji gbé dání to the behaviour by pouring water to standing on the way, Alhaji ló lẹ́bi yẹn o. Alhaji jẹ̀bi lé lórí, Alhaji jẹ̀bi pilot gan. Alhaji dẹ̀ jẹ̀bi gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú plane, Alhaji dẹ̀ jẹ̀bi àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Sherry value jet wọ́n lẹ́bi o. NCAA wọ́n lẹ́bi o. Àwọn security tán wà ní airport wọ́n lẹ́bi o. Pilot ó lẹ́bi o. Tí wọ́n bá lọ tí pilot yẹn bá ń wáṣẹ́ lọ́la, tí wọ́n bá paint picture tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún interview, kò ní sọ pé decision tó ń take ló máa take, because iṣẹ́ sójà ni kó yìnbọn pààyàn, iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ni pé kó múyàn kó tì mọ́lé, iṣẹ́ pilot ni pé kó fly a plane at the minimum risk. Safety is key in aviation. Pilot lè pe tarmac, tó bá ti lè pè wọ́n pé èmi fẹ́ move o, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ clear wèrè tó dúró wájú yìí fún mi o, kò séèyàn kankan tó máa blame ẹ o. Cost, time or anything, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ allocate time fún mi, ẹ̀ lè book mi, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ jẹ́ move o, èmi ti ready àti move o, wèrè kan ní wájú wáyé o, ẹ bá clear o. Tí wọn ò bá clear, àwọn náà wà at fault. Professionalism ni. Ìyẹn ó mì pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ observe the strictest rule lórí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. Ọlọ́pàá tó bá refuse láti lè mú wèrè àbẹ́ni tó bá ń dàlú ó wà at fault o. Sójà tó yẹ kó yìnbọn mọ́ Boko Haram tí ò yìnbọn ó wà at fault o. Iṣẹ́ pilot kọ́ ni pé láti punish wèrè tó dún wájú plane. Security wà ní airport. Tẹ̀rí NCAA tán wá apologize. Tán bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń wò wípé gbogbo aburú tó wà Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ ṣàjágbé sínú kíní ká máa bá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. I don't have any but ta ló dá gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ̀ pátápátá. K1 ni o. Thank you.
Okay, Rishi. No, capsule àbí kí lórúkọ yín? Ṣé kábísù ni?
Ó dẹ̀ wọ́n mi kí á lè kọ́ sọ gbogbo ìyẹn sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀.
Àwọn ẹsẹ̀ yẹn kan sáré ṣe máa dì sí wọn má bínú.
Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo wà highly disappointed and embarrassed as a Nigerian. Highly disappointed on the part of K1, on the part of the pilot, on the part of the ground officials. All of them. Mo wà highly disappointed. Lójú tì mí, but this thing can happen in Nigeria. Gbogbo wọn wà ní ẹgbẹ́ plane bí kò nọjà. I'm disappointed. First of all, the first person to blame. Àwọn tó wà ní gates, boarding gates. Yeah, I know VIP ní Wàsíù, VIP gate ló máa gbà. VIP gate wọ́n bẹ̀ lásán náà, àwọn security máa wà bẹ̀. Why did they allow him? That's number one. To fi di tarmac, ẹ mọ̀ kò ń ṣe gbogbo, this is a domestic flight. Ẹ mọ̀ kọ́kẹ́ international flight ni ẹsẹ̀ yóò tẹ̀lé kọ́ tarmac rárá, ó ní nǹkan tó máa provide lókè tó máa fi wọnú plane directly. But domestic flight ẹ ṣe máa gorí tarmac. So then on the part of the pilot, a máa ń pè ní aviation tí mo mọ̀, a máa ń pè àwọn kankan ní mashallah. Àwọn mashallah yẹn ló máa ń guide plane tó fi máa taxi lọ sórí tó fi máa taxi kó tó fò. Pilot kò lè dé kókò start engine plane kó move because kò lè rí anybody tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. However, mashallah ló máa wà níwájú ẹ̀ ló máa dúró síwájú ẹ̀ ló máa guide ẹ̀ move to the left, move to the right, move like this. Ó máa mú bí inú kan bí igi méjì dání tó máa control pilot níwájú tó máa ní move. Ta ló fún pilot ní instruction? Nínú gbogbo fídíò tó mo rí ké marshal àwọn àgbẹ̀ kò fún ní instruction. So kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láwọn ẹ̀ was a show of power, a show of anger. Show of power on the part of K1, show of anger on both of them. Highly disappointed. But one needs to be blamed, including the pilot. I don't care if she is I don't know if a man or a woman or whatever. Pilot is a pilot, is a profession. No, I don't care. She's a pilot. Safety first. Safety of everybody on that plane is very, very important. Not only Wasiu. I can't go to Wasiu to a known person whatsoever. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. Could be my partner. So I could no any. She won't must survive me. She won't ban it from doing from piloting. They will ban her forever. On no panion. People if they reach anywhere in the world, could they reach now? Because one certificate, low. To have a vision, how many hours will you fly? You cannot reach anywhere. They will ask you how many hours have you flown a plane. They will ask you. One record, one maybe logbook. To only record the flying hours. You cannot reach anywhere. Only our airline can take meet up to certain number of flying hours. On the employee. So go to Shelley, safety. Who asked her to move? Even if the control tower move, marshal and two on ground, two on tarmac, show phone signal. I don't think so more really sign. But marshal have phone signal. Go be no, go to be man causing. So one need to be sanctioned. The security, ground officials, the pilots, and Wasiu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Tí bá ní kémi wo bó tó ṣẹlẹ̀ bá ṣe rí yẹn. In fact, ojú tí tó wá pé possible kí n deny pé I'm from Nigeria ni. Mo máa fẹ́ lè deny country pẹ̀lú because ìgbà tí mo wo fídíò yẹn, ìyàwó mi wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Then ọwá bẹ̀ lọ́rùn pé, oh, what the heck is going on there? I hope they have jailed the pilot. Money why? Oh, can't you see him? They want to kill the guy. Mo wá sọ pé irọ́ pé máa ló ní fault. Ó wá ní irú fault wo nìyẹn? Pé ṣé kì í rí ìfúngan ní Amẹ́ríkà yìí last week yìí bọ̀bọ̀ kan ó sì fẹ́ track okùn airline ẹ̀jọ̀ lójú òfurufú tí bọ̀bọ̀ ló ti mú sí yó tó fẹ́ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn tó fẹ́ pé emergency landing.
Ìtọ́lọ́tọ̀ tó fẹ́ tọ̀ ní.
So why tí pilot yẹn ò fi ṣe fi orí plane yẹn ó fi orí ẹ̀ lọ sọ igi nìkan. Wọ́n ní ká pé wèrè lọ́kọ̀ ìyàwó kó lè fárọ̀ lọ. Kò sí ẹni tó máa sọ pé mo wà disappointed nínú àwọn tó wà ní diaspora àwọn tó máa ń travel out lọ sí advanced country tí wọ́n put blame on K1 alone. A ti gbà pé K1 sorry to say ká ní pé bàbá òun nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ìṣàlẹ̀ ẹ̀dálẹ̀ máa. So ká ní bàbá òun nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ṣé pilot òun nǹkan tó ń ṣe. All over the world. See anything, come on, if we go on air, passenger have I'm no more going. Emergency landing. Because someone pay, and your photo need to already a new plane here, only feed the entire hundreds of people. Life at risk. Woman, I'm okay, in between 6 to 2 years. Oh, you keep any problem, I don't really kill one. But woman, ó ti ní problem forever and ever. Èmi mọ̀ pé ní diaspora yìí ní àwọn ìlú tí wọ́n jẹ́ ìlú tó ń ṣe àwọn banana republic o. Kò sí ẹni tó lè àyà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ láì. Kò sí. Anger òun ti pilot. You are carrying an anger to fly a plane where you have 100 of people in plane. No matter what, ó máa hands up ni, ó máa dúró ni. Ìgbà tí bá ṣe wèrè yín tán, kẹ́jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Tí bá ṣe wèrè yín tán, kì máa tó báyìí pé ó máa já ọgbọ́n yàn sílẹ̀ nìyà. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa lọ sẹ́ni ìwé. Èyí lọ́tọ̀ sí bí pẹ̀lú nìkan tó wọnú plane tó escape security tí wọ́n lọ sí France from US. Wọ́n láti make emergency landing owó ilé. Wọ́n láti make emergency landing owó ilé. Wọ́n láti make emergency landing owó ilé. Ó ti wá ṣe ẹni tí kò.
mo ti ṣàgbé pẹ̀lú ìsà ẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ sà.
Wẹ́ nǹkan tí mi mọ̀ ní tí mi fẹ́ sọ ni pé situation tí bàbá yẹn wà yẹn ó sọ sí ọ̀rẹ́ bá ti mú tí gbogbo ló ti mú gbogbo ló dé airport tó yẹ kó gbogbo ló ṣe é lóko mọ́. Then Palot tó ń mú gbogbo ìyẹn pa tó ń mú gbogbo ó yá kí n á fẹ́ sọ. Àníká ní pé ìwọ̀n ká ní ẹlẹ́yìn sọ̀rọ̀ tí ìyẹn fi sọ àníká ká píṣọ bàbá kí wọ́n yẹ pé this is a madman. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò dá sí bàbá yìí. Let's picture him as a madman. Then is Palot still a madman or madman? Because kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ lè fi justify bàbá kí wọ́n yẹn àwọn ìwà òkè. But àwọn picture wọn sí yẹn he is not okay, he is not himself. Bàbá tí mo ti yóò ni. Then tí bàbá lè mo ti yóò sì tí bàbá sì lè kó bàbá lè lọ sí anywhere in the world because he is not a pilot, he is not a driver, he is not a sailor. But tí pilot bá mo ti yóò tí wọ́n lè bá kó fly tí wọ́n lè kó fly lẹ́nu. Ó máa fi sílẹ̀ ní sáìdì títí ẹni ọ̀hún ti gbà tí wọ́n bá ṣe gbogbo ìrìn wọn tán kó tó mú fàndéṣì. But ó ti mú kì í ṣe òyìn lọ́wọ́ sì bàbá sì display akọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ọ̀dà bàbá lọ́wọ́ pilot fly. Ó ní ó yá kó borí ẹ̀wá fún peter. Well, I don't see that that's not fair. That is my own.
Thank you, sir. Let's go before combination.
Okay, thank you. Bàbá mi yẹn padà clear mi ní towards the boy. Kọ́tí mo fẹ́ try láti sọ ni pé èmi náà ti rò ó wípé tí bọ̀dà Wàsíù bá ń ṣe gánagànà ṣé kí Palot náà wá lọ fara kó sí kọ́ lọ fara kókòkòkò látara gbọ́dọ̀. But in reality, let me just say ṣe rí Palot yẹn tó bá ṣe gbogbo taxi yẹn tán nínú plane yẹn tó wá discover wípé in the process of taxing the plane sent a signal that needs to be checked, a technical signal. Ṣó tún ṣe máa move ni ó máa stop. So anything that will have to do with plane yẹn ó máa wà in order before kó tó move náà máa ensure. But in this case taxi ò fún Palot ní any red sign, but it is Brother Wàsíù that is acting like a red sign.
Yóò kí wọ́n bọ̀dà Wàsíù náà máa ń pè wọ́n ẹ̀ má pè wọ́n.
Now ṣe wá rí Brother Wàsíù.
Ilé má pè bọ̀dà ẹ̀ má dá sí òun náà kò sí kò tó jẹ́ bọ̀dà Wàsíù.
Ṣe wá rí Wàsíù tó ṣe gánagànà. I'm not asking a question. Should that gánagànà of Wàsíù be tagged as a technical or red light when the pilot was taxing? The answer is no. Who should be responsible for the gánagànà of Bodawa? They are the security personnel. The CFO. Ṣẹ́rí ìgbà kan ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní experience mi kan nígbà tí mo bọ́ọ̀dù láti land sí Nàìjíríà from Togo that's about 2 years ago. Èèyàn kan wà tájọ wà ní line. All of a sudden ni ẹni tó check wa pé ká máa lọ sí tarmac ló tẹ̀lé àwọn kí náà pè wá àwọn officers wa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mú kúrò láàrin wa èmi gbogbo ló tòsí wọ́n dẹ̀ dá padà ó lọ jókòó wọn ò dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó bọ́ọ̀dù pẹ̀lú wa. Later ṣe mọ̀ pé a padà pàdé ní Èkó ìgbàta land. Later tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń gist because I took my time before I left. Flight mi ló bá wá. Ó ní pé wọ́n fi òun sí under watch as aggressive aggressive traveller. Ó nígbà tí wọ́n question òun pé wọ́n ń pe òun ní aggressive traveller. Maybe because of past record. So wọ́n fẹ́ watch ẹ̀ intention ẹ̀ before kó tó allow ẹ̀ to board the game kó má lọ ní bad mission. wọn ti ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó bọ́ọ̀dù rárá wọ́n ti pàṣẹ bóyá gbà tí system wa ń pull out to records of àwọn tó fẹ́ board lọ́wọ́ àyọkò láàrin wa pé there is someone on the queue who is an aggressive traveller that needs to be checked that needs to be examined ìgbà tí wọ́n wà satisfied ló bá next flight wa can that happen in Nigeria? Can they do that in Nigeria? So ṣe rí àwọn tax kan wà tó yẹ pé it is not the duty of those that are doing some certain things that we are blaming like the pilot should not be responsible for Boda Wasiu's action and inaction. Òun ni mò ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lójú screen yìí. They are supposed to be another team tó máa mú bọ̀dá ìkúrò wájú plane òun mò ń wò ká ní mo lè switch sí kámẹ́rà ni ẹ wò bọ̀dá ìbọn yẹn ṣe bí àgbàyà wájú plane yìí ní sìn báyìí báyìí. So it's not the fault of the pilot, sir.
Westo.
Yes, sir.
Westo. Láì ṣe pé wọ́n ń gun kẹ̀kẹ́ plane wa ń dọ̀jì ìgbọ̀dọ̀ wá sọ́wọ́ àkọ́kọ́ ni pé plane yẹn dọ̀jì wọn ni.
Plane yẹn dọ̀jì wọn
náà. Ó kò wò rí wọn ó kọ́kọ́ dọ̀jì wọn náà. Ó rí wọn láì ṣe pé ń gun kẹ̀kẹ́. Sorry, mo dẹ̀ like the response. I like the response of the pilot. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sísítà mi ó máa ríṣẹ́ gidi.
Ẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀.
Ṣé rí response ẹ̀?
Alright, ẹ ṣé ma. Thank you for the opportunity. Àwọn èèyàn ti sọ tó pọ̀. Kọ́tẹ́ mi fẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé each time táwọn fẹ́ jáde nílé lọ síbi iṣẹ́ wa ká máa tẹnumọ́ ká máa gbàdúrà kọ́ ló má jẹ́ ká pàdé alákòóbá alágbàkó ni just like Westo pé Boda Wasiu alágbàkó ni Boda Wasiu jẹ́ fún lady yẹn lánàá because ordinarily he was not supposed to be where he was and gbogbo iṣẹ́ pátápátá ló ní ibi tí wọ́n fi blame lady yẹn everybody ṣe ń blame ẹ̀ náà ni pé gbogbo iṣẹ́ ló ní work ethics àwọn iṣẹ́ kan wà tó bá sọ pé tó bá ti dé level báyìí nǹkan báyìí ni kò ṣe tó bá dé level báyìí nǹkan báyìí ni kò ṣe even though I don't know much about aviation but I'm not sure pé nínú training wọn there will be any time tó bá sọ pé tó bá ti rí aggressive passenger kò wúrú wà tó yẹ so that is the only that they blame that captain and I think she's the only one who can actually say this is what happened why I taxi you understand but for what we have said I don't want to use bad word as well from Boda Wasiu because ìwà ṣẹ́rí wà.
Westo ló dá Boda Wasiu lẹ̀ náà ẹ ti ń follow Westo ẹ wo yóò kó Boda Wasiu látàárọ̀ náà. Ẹ̀yin náà ti ń pè wọ́n Boda Wasiu.
Kàwápọ̀ mi ìgbọ́n yín actually but ẹni mo read lives in read.
Ó yára máa.
Oh okay thank you. Kàwápọ̀ Boda Wasiu okay. Àwọn ìwà ọmọ ọ̀tá ìwà big manism ìwà ta ló fẹ́ mú mi. Recently, I think Adam Soshomole did something similar near airport. No, I think that was in Lagos. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn tó bá ti wà lókè Nàìjíríà yẹn, ibi ìmọ̀kọ́ tó máa kó sí wọn lórí tó believe pé they can go through any process without following or without doing the right thing. And that speaks to the level at which the country is. Gbogbo institution ta ni kò sí tó ń work nínú ẹ̀. They buy their rates. They do things the way they want. I pray the lady get out of it because alágbàkó ni Wasiu jẹ́ fún. But irú àwọn bọ̀bọ̀ tó dúró ti Wasiu yẹn náà, they should have dragged him out. To hell with whoever
Some asking question, wọ́n ní kí ni fún ti pilot?
The pilot is that she tagged it. She moved. To me, I'm not in any position to judge her, but from what we saw in that video, probably she shouldn't have moved at all because it was a danger to somebody. And in everything, safety should be the first thing. It is safety first. If I thought about delay on passenger to one in plane to save a single soul, nobody will blame her. But Kadi Boya Bo say move here, kikini ek Wasiu lórí, ki Wasiu lole, she will not fly lánàá yẹn. She won't fly. I don't want to record it to Wasiu bá kú pé ó ti pààyàn rí láyé ẹ̀. So that is why she should have at least taken it cool. Kó jẹ́ kí wọ́n drag and àwọn tó wà ní play àwọn tó wà níbi iṣẹ́ yẹn náà ṣe rí Nàìjíríà kọ́ ló ń ṣàánú wa àwọn ìlú òkèèrè tí a wà yìí they don't respect you for I don't know how to put it there is no big man there is no big woman you follow due process ẹ máa rí prime minister ìlú mi tó máa gun kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ máa rí àwọn olórí ìlú mi tó máa wọ public bus who does that náà politician wa Nàìjíríà tó máa ti dókè yẹn wọ́n believe pé àwọn ti gun igi kọjá ewé system wa àwọn institution wa ní ká jẹ́ kó work in Nigeria
tí àwọn institution bá work Wasiu ò ní débi tó dé yẹn with that bottle in his hand. He will never. But because we are talking about thieves, and that's another thing. Láwọn airport wa, bára ti pọ̀ jù, Ọlọ́run ṣàforíjì fún mi. You can buy your way. You can go through anything. Just have cash. Lọ́wọ́. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá dé bí 2,000 naira. Fún ọjọ́ tí mo fẹ́ fúnra ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń ṣàánú. Bó ṣe fílẹ̀ 1,000, ló fílẹ̀ 2,000. Ẹ má wọrí. 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 And they allow you. So system wa ni ká work lé lórí. This system wa bá work in Nigeria, all this nonsense will not be happening.
Uncle, please, can I ask you a question, please?
No.
All right, sir.
Yes. Okay, you want to ask the okay. Okay, ask him. Yes.
I'm happy pé ẹ sọ pé ìlú òkèèrè lẹ́wà. Have you ever come across something tí wọ́n pè ní zero tolerance nílùú òkèèrè tẹ́wà yẹn?
Zero tolerance for
any abuse of whatever. When you go into a workplace, if you go into the hospital, they tell you that for their workers you cannot abuse them. They have
zero tolerance. Yes.
Zero tolerance policy.
For abuse, yes.
Yes, that is what that pilot did. So the pilot is not wrong. There is a zero tolerance policy in every workplace. The guy has no right. Now, do you want to tell me that Wasiu lè lọ dúró síwájú moving train? The moving train yẹn bá pàǹdọ̀ yẹn.
Okay, sir, can I
I beg to differ. My Lord is totally
I want to answer you with one point. Okay, ṣé kí mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, sir?
No, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ define zero. Ẹ jẹ́ kó bá wa define zero tolerance.
Okay, sir.
Zero tolerance policy.
Demand, combination ṣe lè ṣe àbíkẹ́ lórí ìgbà.
Kíkọ sáré sọ, and Ernesto, ó máa jẹ́ mi lẹ́rìí iṣẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí. We work together in the same place. Yeah. Customer care service. Very low as an example, customer care service. There are times you have irate customers. But for whatever reason, network ìjà ẹ lówó, ó ra data, wọ́n fa kúrò. You now call to the center. Olórí burúkú ni ẹ ti yá wẹrẹ, ayé yóò ní dáa. The training given to us is at that point you dare not talk back to the customer. No matter what, then you bá sọ láyé. Tó bá ti wà irate jù, then the next thing is I may need to end this call if you will not allow me to assist you. Respectfully, you end the call, and that is after many insults. To bá ń try àti calm ẹni ẹ̀ down, tí ó bá wà calm down. Ibi tí mo lọ ni pé ethics iṣẹ́ yẹn ni pé kò ní tough skin, kò ní thick skin láti lè gba abuse, láti lè gba insult. So that's why mo sọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo iṣẹ́ ló máa ní work ethics. Kọ́dẹ̀ máa ti sọ fún ọ pé wọ́n ti máa fún ọ ní instances oríṣiríṣi pé.
Combination.
Tẹ bá bèèrè question lọ wọn nìkan wọn yàn dẹ̀ ṣì wà lẹ̀. Ẹ̀rì náà kẹ bá bèèrè question àwọn bíi mẹ́ta mọ́ wọn yàn ṣì wà lẹ̀. So tẹ́lẹ̀ mi bá.
Let me know when I can contribute, please.
Okay, let me just because of other people, let me just quickly round up. So because mo sọ ni pé work ethic lady yẹn, I mean as aviation person ló yẹ kó jẹ́ kó prevail as at that time. No matter what, safety first. I'm not blaming her too much, but then tí Wasiu bá ṣubú bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá kú, it will be even morally, it will be in her record that she has killed a soul before. And she may not take out of the end of her life. Because to me, I'm traumatized. Every time tó bá rántí pé yàn kú níbi kan.
Can I say something now?
Not yes, sir.
Ẹjọ̀gbọ́n la lè contribute.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí mi ó dùn fún other people.
Yes, bless me. Nikoso, bless me.
Ẹ ǹlẹ́ máa ẹ ká san ẹ ká rọ.
Ẹ̀ka sí bá ti tẹ̀yà ẹgbẹ́ òsòkè àbí tẹ̀ wà lábẹ́ ẹ lẹ́nu.
Ẹ ní sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi jù.
Okay, flock ẹgbẹ́ òsòkè.
Dada báyìí ma.
Okay, àti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ká san ẹ káàárọ̀ ní gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi. Àpérò àjọrò náà ní gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. I have just only 3 to 4 points to mention. I mean, Mr. Combination has said it all, and work ethic náà ní gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń rí in the sense that àwọn méjèèjì ló ní fault ní ọwọ́. bring out ni pé anger issue àwọn méjèèjì náà ni wọ́n ní. So ní America ń bí ìbàdàn tó yẹ pé everybody knows kò sí nǹkan tó lè máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Everything have to be stopped. No movement for that is suspect okay kankan fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ abẹ́lé kan try to disrupt any of the activities. You know, everything have to be stopped. But in this case, ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé ìlú tí kò wọ́n máa ń sọ pé ìlú tí ò sófin kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Àwọn alágbára ti pọ̀ jù. Òun náà mo mention pé anger issue. Secondly, nǹkan kan tí mo tún figure out níbẹ̀ náà ni pé security. Where are all our security in Nigeria? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi mà? Níbo làwọn security wa wà? Àmì tó fi dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn nothing less than 10-15 minutes 20 minutes 30 minutes. You can't even see one security that okay wọ́n kàn pọ́pọ̀ anywhere àbí ṣé ọ̀kadà ló ń gbé bọ̀ ni? Ṣé kẹ̀kẹ́ ló ń gbé bọ̀ ni? Àbí mọ́tò wọn tí kò wọn ọ̀rẹ́ epo sí ni ó dákú sọ́nà ni? How long would it take to reach that point to dissolve the whole issue? So tó bá pé Wàsíù Àyìndé gbé bọ́ọ̀mù dání àbí pé terrorist kan ni I'm very sure pé náà kò wọ́n ní bá anybody láyé ń bẹ̀yìn rárá àtọ̀ not to talk of pé wọ́n tẹ̀ máa ráyè ṣe fídíò. Àbẹ̀ tó fẹ́ jẹ́ terrorist tó máa notify wọn pé kí òun bọ́ àbọ̀n bàbá òun bọ́ à destroy plane o. Where are all our security? Ṣé bóyá wọ́n wà lọ́jọ́ ọ̀nà ni àbí wọ́n wà ní traffic ni àbí wọ́n ń bọ̀ láti.
Wọ́n ti ń dá yín lóhùn, wọ́n ní wọ́n wà ń bẹ, wọ́n ní ẹ̀gún just spoil them.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Not to that extent. Not to that point. Okay, Kafi. Because gbogbo àwọn tí mo rí is just like àwọn clothing pé tó máa ń control airline yìí tó máa ń sọ pé go left, go right. Àwọn ni they are just there, they can't even drag the man. Kó má dà pé àwọn ń drag bàbá olówó àbí, I mean, they are scared of their job. And when you are there, that you are doing your job, you can't even do your job diligently. I mean, all of them supposed to get something. They're supposed to get it. Thirdly, like I said in the beginning, 1930, Jono Kuma Kono Motiwa. Nísìn tí wọ́n ti affect iṣẹ́ lady yìí as a pilot. Kò sí tó bá wáṣẹ́ sí. Imagine kò pa bàbá ẹ lánàá pé okay, ọwọ́ plane yẹn kò bẹ orí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Níbo ló fẹ́ wá iṣẹ́ sí? Wàsíù Àyìndé ń tiẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà kò síbi tó bá gbọ́jà ìdí tó ń rẹ́ni báwọn jẹ́. So kàmáyì tó wà sẹ́ni tó ń fly plane tó ń fly live tó ń fly ẹ̀mí kákàkiri kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbà síṣẹ́. Rẹ́kọ̀dù máa dúró tì náà tó bá lọ gbé gbá ìpà lókù báyìí. Bọ̀ Wàsíù yìí lè gbé máìkì sí kó tún máa jẹ́ everybody máa bá jẹ́ kó everybody máa wá fún. Last question tó fẹ́ mention because I see a lot of people on the line. Òun náà ni báwo ló fẹ́ judge kéèsì yìí ká má gbé ẹ̀bí fún aláre ká má gbé àrífẹ́ lẹ́bi. To me, Naija wọn kò jẹ́ kó judge kéèsì rárá ó jẹ́ kó gbé lọ sí overseas. I'm telling you. Tí Naija bá ní kó judge case tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, wọ́n máa sweep it under the rug. I'm telling you, you can watch and see. You will quote me. Wọ́n máa sweep gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí, wọ́n máa sweep wọ́n ní dá. Ṣé Wàsíù ó jẹ́ kó sùn lé lálẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn ni? No, answer me. Kò jẹ́ kó sùn lé at the end of the pé 6 months kìíní kí kò lè lọ sí Ghana kó lọ fly in bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àbí kò lè lọ sí kìíní kó fly international bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣàjẹ́ Canada citizen àbí citizen ìbò ló ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà. He can still go anywhere he wants without nobody stopping him. So tá a bá wo gbò kìíní ìbá ìyá mi ó lẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ó mọ́yàn ó ṣe kìíní wọ́n á sweep ẹ̀. And he is represented as a terrorist in that sense. Tí Palot ṣe máa gbókè life àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, òun láti secure life wọn lòun ṣe sáré move, òun gbọ́dọ̀ move fine. Tí Palot ṣe bá kú tí everybody inú play ẹ bá save, it's a good job to the pilot. Tí àfàwọn tó wà nù bẹ̀rẹ̀ bá kú, tí Palot bá kú, tí àfún wọn bá yè, it's still a good job to pilot. But is the pilot making the right decision? Well, it's now left for the judge to dwell on that. At the same time, tí wọ́n bá judge case in Nigeria, nǹkan mìíràn is going to be worse.
ṣe lajú mute bẹ́ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wà lókè yìí
ṣé mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí àbí?
mo rẹ̀ ń kọ́ mà ó ti kàn yín fóònù kẹ́ńkẹ́.
All right,
ẹ̀yin lè wà lókè yìí náà ọ̀dẹ̀ náà drop yín stop saying who drop yín.
No, mo kàn rí pé I disappear for a moment. Mo rẹ̀ ti fẹ́.
Ẹgbà mí network ni tẹ́ẹ̀bà ti power tap ó máa dàbí pé wà á drop yín kò sẹ́ni tó drop yín ó ti yé yín. Tẹ́ẹ̀bà ti lọ bí o tó máa drop tẹ́ẹ̀bà ti power tap ó máa drop ṣó ti yé yín.
Ẹ ṣé gan. Thank you for the opportunity. Ṣé mo máa ń like ọ̀hún èèyàn kan máa think outside the box. The last speaker, Bless. Ó ní pé bóyá Wasiu Ayinde ni or whoever might be the case.
It is the next one.
It doesn't matter. Anybody tí ó wà in that kind of situation tí kò dẹ̀ sí quick response from the security authority tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn tó gbé bomb wá sí ìdí plane yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kàn tó wá hold on stage just do tá a máa ń ṣe Naija ni pé kó sáré yọ fóònù jáde kó máa record. Number one, èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní zero tolerance gangan mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. Ṣẹ́rí tó bá ní zero tolerance ó mì pé you have to follow the SOP to the core ni. Standard operating procedure máa ń wà in any profession. Kò yẹ kí pilot ẹ̀ kó move period. Two wrongs don't make a right. One, o tó lè sọ pé o fẹ́ move plane, o fẹ́ taxi, o láti get clearance from the control tower, and the control tower will be working also with the people on the ground. Okay, everything clear. First time tó gba máa mú plane ni, àwọn kan ní ó ní time ti plane láti gbéra. Tó bá ní mechanical fault ńkọ́, gbéra with mechanical fault, you still have to address the situation. You understand? That pilot was totally wrong. Because mo ka oye àwọn tó wà ní ibi wing yẹn, they were like about 5. Ṣé Wasiu ó act nonchalantly bí èèyàn tí kò lọ́pọlọ. Ẹ̀mí èèyàn 5 dá ìgbòdò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Situation you can handle a situation. The pilot is about 10 years kìíní ni routine flight. Supposed to follow the standard operating procedure at that moment. Ó yẹ kó keep plane yẹn kó grant to the halt ni until tó bá resolve issue yẹn. Then another thing we use a lot of emotion ní pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn is viewed internationally. Tó bá yá sìn tó bá ní pọ́n tó fẹ́ máa review security kìíní Nigeria pé Delta ò lè fly wá sí Nigeria Virgin ò lè fly wá sí Nigeria pé because our security is lax. Mo yọ wọn tí Wasiu ti kó bá ní. Now putting him on no flight restriction for 6 months. I think that's just a slap on the wrist. We are confident 1 year minimum. Tó bá sọ pé olórí ọmọ ọba òun lówó, then go and buy a private jet. Gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ lówó ló ń gun private jet now. Kúkúrú wọnú plane. How dare you? Overseas ni, wọ́n ti wá bẹ̀ wọ́n ti arrest ẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ tán free tí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ya kíní ẹ̀. Ó máa sọ ẹ̀wọ̀n mọ́ jíjọ́ ẹ̀ ní kí lọ́yẹ̀ tó wá gbà sílẹ̀ kó tó fún bí ẹ̀. Irú ìlú wo nìyẹn? A rí òṣì ọ̀mọ̀lẹ̀ náà. Bóyá ex-governor ni àbí ex-kílọ́pì. Ìyẹn náà ó fò sórí kíní carriage tó ń gbé luggage. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ kó wọlé àkànṣe pàlàpàlà ni and they are looking at us all over the world. Stop gbogbo nonsense. Wọ́n tẹ̀wé fẹ́ dá sí ni 2 wrongs don't make it right. Pilot ẹ̀ ṣe mistake. Ìyẹn kó mú fún mi. Because o kò lè endanger life ọ̀hún èèyàn pé torí pé inú bí ìwọ náà. Ó yẹ kó bring plane yẹn to a halt ni. Ṣé.
Wọ́n ti gbọ́ gbogbo wọn kan tí àwọn èèyàn sọ. And Nigerians will always talk as a Nigerian. Now, a pilot, foreign man, tí o recognize, ẹ̀dẹ̀ rántí pé wọ́n ní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn gbé nǹkan kan dání. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bọ́ǹbù ni Wasiu gbé dání at that time.
life of one passenger tó wà nínú plane yẹn ló important sí pilot yẹn at that time. Ó better iṣẹ́ the rule of that job ó wà láwọn ẹ̀ láti pa Wàsíù láti save gbogbo ọmọ tó wà nínú plane yẹn. Rather than pé kọ́ bọ́ọ̀bù plane yẹn kí gbogbo wọn kú kí Wàsíù escape. That is one thing. So kò sí nǹkan tó rán pé ẹni yẹn move plane yẹn. One. Number two, I will tell you, tó bá jẹ́ pé ní ìlú tí òfin wà in an advanced country, on that day, Wàsíù will be arrested. Tó bá dẹ̀ fi arrested bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, they will take him straight to a psychiatric hospital to check his brain. Wọ́n máa fún ní admission for observation and he is going to be there for 3 weeks. Kọ́ni pé the brain is okay, kó tó di pọ́n máa discharge yẹn.
Brother mi.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ parí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ, please. Please, let me finish.
Wọ́n ní ẹ má gbé bọ́ọ̀bù dání ni. Wọ́n ní ẹ má gbé bọ́ọ̀bù dání.
So that is number one. Now, when you people are complaining now, can you tell me Wàsíù will see a moving train? Kó lọ dúró síwájú ẹ̀ pé train yóò gbọdọ̀ kọjá. Train yẹn á pàdánù easily. So let us talk as if pé gbogbo wa la mọ nǹkan tó ń lọ. Ẹ má máa ti Nigeria sentiment bọ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ kó bọ́ọ̀bù plane yẹn jọ yẹn, and that will have been the end. Ó bẹ́tà kí pilot yẹn pa òun kó save life àti life of more passengers there than to risk life of people yẹn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let us not be dropping emotional blackmail for people who differ from us.
Not seeming.
Nobody is sentimental in their own opinion. Everybody is dropping his own opinion. That is one. Two, to now give an impression that if somebody carry bomb, a plane will run over it, and the bomb will now explode and kill all the passengers is also wrong. The same argument when you brought zero tolerance. Let's get words. Let's get description of whatever we are painting right. Anybody go back and don't be bomb. Come on, run over it. Come on, pound when you're. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Ajike, Ade, tell drop the map. The man will drop.
Wow, the man àti combination ẹ̀mí jẹ padà wá ìjọ
rẹ̀. Àǹtí Àmọ̀rí ẹ fi mí lẹ̀ mí. Hello? Yeah. The previous uncle tó sọ̀rọ̀.
Tó wá máa ṣe é lókè ni.
Àwọn wá sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Mo agree pẹ̀lú tí wọ́n sọ. At the end of the day, kí anybody má compare in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn pẹ̀lú any other developed country. What he did is like ń pé kéèyàn lọ dúró sí orí M24 kò ló ní right. Gbogbo area tí wọ́n wà yẹn kò yẹ kí anybody wà ńbẹ̀. It's just because of who he is. So tó dẹ̀ tí. Ẹnìkan ṣó tí àánú ẹ̀ ṣe mí òun ní tí. Pilot yẹn tó lọ fi tiẹ̀ kó bá tó bá yẹ pé ordinary person.
Very bad head man.
Irú kìíní yẹn ṣe kò ní súnlẹ̀ lánàá. And gbogbo narrative tá à ń give it will be a different thing. So what is not right is not right. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ti sọ pé kò lè.
Ní sùn ṣe ẹ̀mí. Mọ́mí Adúkẹ́ ẹ̀mí o. Ẹ̀mí lókèlókè.
Mo ṣe gbé nǹkan kan lọ side allotment ni.
Ẹsẹ̀ máa ní síbi.
So, tó bá yẹn pé ordinary person ni gbogbo ohun tí à ń wí àti ẹ̀ní gbọ́. Plane yẹn máa move tó jẹ́ pé everybody wọ́n máa mú bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa mú lọ sí mental home àbí kan ti lọ tì mọ́ kínní ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére tó ní tètè dá ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ ni. Ó ṣe jẹ́ pé àwọn olówó yìí wọ́n ṣe bí ń pé they are bigger than the law and they can do whatever they want to do at any point in time. Àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn security wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí wọ́n lose iṣẹ́ wọn ni because of who he is wọ́n lè control ẹni and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. Anybody, I think it's very, very unfair. Tá bá sọ pé pilot yẹn nǹkan kan ń pé bóyá nǹkan kan tó ṣe. I would have done what she did anyway. and there is a limit to human endurance. Obviously, nígbà tí kinní yẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀, kò ní ní second thought ń pẹ́ wòlé màá lélẹ́yìí àjẹgbodò ni ìmàlẹ́ jẹ́ kó bá títèmi jẹ́. Ẹ wo high position, ẹ wo rú bí ìwé tọmọ yẹn máa kà kó tó máa fly plane. Ọmọ ọtí ò dá sí lára gbogbo wọn kinní ò dá. Who does he think he is? Ní gbogbo àwọn developed country, àwọn tó ní owó gan náà máa ń gbé orí wọn sí kinní torí wọn fẹ́ stay ní orúkọ wọn. They will ever be humble torí ẹni tó bá wà at the top riffraff kan ó lè gbé sílẹ̀. It's like the organization I work for as a council staff. Ẹni tó wà ní orí benefit tó bá lọ rúdù sí tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí complaining agbaṣẹ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wérí ẹ̀ tax ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ fi ń bọ̀ o. But Nigeria is another thing. Ìgbà tó ti sọ pé kìíní yẹn, what is he doing in that location? Kó lọ sí orí M25 kó lọ dúró síbẹ̀. Ibi tó ń pè ní òkè márosẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹni tí mọ́tò bá pa lórí M25 nǹkan ló máa mú registration number and ó dẹ̀ wá justify. Tó bá yẹn tó pa lánàá yẹn ni ó kàn fẹ́ kúkú gífà ni. Kán lọ so ewé agbẹjọ́ dání. Gbogbo oppressor wọn ó ti pọ̀jù in Nigeria with their bloody money. Kò dé sẹ́ńtọ́ bọ́. Ẹni mẹ́rin ló ṣe àǹfààní fún. Ẹ wò ó, inú bí mi gan. Ní tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Oya àdìsọ́ TV.
Mọ́mí Àmọ́rí, ẹ wò ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn. Gbogbo wa la máa padà jẹ breakfast.
Àti ẹ̀kọ́ sálẹ̀ báyìí díẹ̀ yẹ pé ó gbá fast lápẹ́ yóò tún ti kọ́ sálẹ̀.
Ṣé ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wípé mo ráwọn èèyàn tó ń kọ pé kí làwọn security ṣe àwọn security ń gba bẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀sìmà. Ṣé rí ohun tó bá sọ̀yàn dà lọ́ máa fi ń búyàn. Wọ́n ti intimidate everybody. Ta ló lè dá wá sí Àyìndé dúró ní airport yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ ká wà realistic. Ṣé ọmọ kò lé níyàn kan? Wọ́n ti order from agbófin ni. Wọ́n ti lé kó lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Ta ló fẹ́ lost iṣẹ́? Let's be realistic. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Kí ló ń ṣe lórí támàkì yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn méjèèjì jọ máa kò sẹ́. Ọmọ sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ ṣẹ́rí ní Nàìjíríà yẹn wèrè la máa fi gbó wèrè. Tí o bá ń ṣe Wàsíù Àyìndé ní kinní yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, it might not hit the pages of the newspaper. Next time, ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Wàsíù lánàá yẹn, bó ṣe lówó tó yẹn, bó ṣe lágbára tó Nàìjíríà, ordinary moving vehicle, moving ọ̀kadà kò ní lọ dúró síwájú ẹ̀jọ́ mi. The intimidation is too much. Ṣebí airport ní kámẹ́rà, kó gbé kámẹ́rà síta láti ìgbà tí Wàsíù ti wọ airport yẹn, kó gbọ́ attitude from there. To me, he intimidated that pilot. There is no law in any pé kọ́ wá bọ́ńdù lẹ̀ kúrò ní gbogbo àwọn tó wọ reflective jacket yẹn. Ọmọ kò lénìyàn ní gbogbo wọn. Wọ́n ní ọmọ tó ń bọ́ lè. Tí jẹ́ yìí ò bá ní kèrè mí nílẹ̀ ni kò ní ṣe ohun tó ṣe yẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ pilot kan láti ilé kan láti inú gbẹ̀rígbẹ̀ kan ló ti wá esma kò lè try ẹ̀. Ẹ máa rí ọmọ pẹ̀lú uniform ó máa kúnlẹ̀ ó máa. Ohun tó sọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa dolóṣó tán Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. Do you know who I am? Let's be realistic. Wọ́n tún sọ Elon Musk bó ṣe jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ president wa tó níbí báyìí kò lè dán wò. There are some places that are called restricted areas. Kí ló ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ at that time? Ẹ tí wọ́n báwo èèyàn ṣe ń rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí. That was a suicide mission. Ẹ gbàgbé bó ṣe lọ. Ẹ̀yà ethic o, no ethics o. Èmi ò fẹ́ mọ̀. Nigeria is Nigeria. Ohun tó bá sọ gbogbo àdá, wọ́n ti intimidate gbogbo wa. And the lady felt, to me, pilot kò fẹ́ kú. I'm sure she will have seen that everywhere is okay. The road is, the coast is clear. Go to move. Pilot to go. You fair cool. To me, I wouldn't blame the pilot. Let our leaders lead by example. See, ordinary Nigerians bá tó lẹ́yìn Baba Wasiu lánàá yẹn. Torí pé Baba Wasiu follow the rule. Tí irú èmi ìbá wà bẹ́ẹ̀, máa kọ́wọ́ ọmọ mi bá aṣọ even ti bá. But when you see them, I don't know. Nigeria is not a normal country. It's not a normal country. So lè dájọ́ yẹn normally. Ó intimidate pilot pẹ̀lú post ẹ̀gbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà. Ó ti pe phone call. Ta ló mẹni tó ń pè? Wọ́n lọ ṣe phone forensic. Bóyá allegedly ni o, bóyá bàbá Tinubu ló kó fẹ́ fi intimidate girl yẹn. Why? Intimidation everywhere. Ẹ wá ní pé kí ordinary security tó bóyá 30,000 ló ń gbà kó dá wà sí ìdúró lọ́nà. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ìkọlà máa sọ. Àti ẹ jẹ́ ká link ẹ̀ mọ́ ti kéèsì Mohbad náà. Ẹ wo bí bàbá yẹn ṣe ń rìn kiri gbogbo Nàìjíríà bí ọ̀rọ̀ tó clear bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Nigeria is a lawless country. Wèrè la máa fi port yẹn fúnra wa. Next time, other influential people náà mọ̀ pé ẹ wá wèrè pilot lè wà o. Ẹ má dúró sẹ́, á ti send the signal sáwọn àwọn ìtókù náà. Ẹ ṣe gan ma.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, the host, Amori Oremi. Good morning, the panelists, and good morning to the commenters. I greet everyone and also say good morning to my humble self. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Nigerian system. I'm echoing.
It's okay. If you go back to Wale, please mute. I want to back to Wale. Come back to Wale.
Okay, Nigerian system. Ló say. Ṣé tó bá yẹ pé ìlú tí mo wà yìí ni gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní àwọn security àbí kí ló ń pè wọ́n tó wà ní àwọn tó jẹ́ kó wọlé wọn á kó gbogbo wọn ni. Sherry, I will explain something to you. Sherry nílùú tí mo wà yìí, I happen to work as an HR and we work with the FBI. Ká tó gbàyàn, wọ́n á ṣe fingerprinting. Tí anything negative bá ti jáde, you be sure that you will not get a job. Tó o bá lọ another company, you will not get a job. Because ó máa show anywhere tó bá ti wà. But because Nigeria is a lawless country, people do whatever they want and get away with it. Àwọn tó wà níbi tí tó ń grant Wasiu entrance láti get up to the tarmac. Wọ́n lose, be sure pé tó ń bá lose iṣẹ́ wọn grace of God ni. Gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ kó. People tend to follow laws and regulations in other parts of the world because there is a consequence for any action taken. If you take a wrong action, if you know you are not supposed to let Wasiu in and you let him in, is a problem for you. But because Nigeria ni ma blame you, kinto blame Wasiu. People do anything they want. Tó bá ti jọmọ olówó ni, wọ́n jump fence. They do whatever they want. They don't follow laws and procedures. Alright, no injustice for Mohbad and she. People do a lot of things and get away with it because they are big men, they are big women, they are big men's children, and they are not being cautioned. And that was why Wasiu saw himself as big man in Nigeria. Kò sẹ́yàn tí ó mọ̀ mí, even tí wọ́n bá gbọ́ Yorùbá láti gbọ́ orin mi, but mo popular. So whatever I do, mo ṣe láṣegbé, it wouldn't happen in this part of the world at all. Òun gan ò ní ṣe because ó mọ̀ pé career àwọn wà down the line because it's a problem for him. Now, ìgbà tó débi tó dé yẹn, gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ kó wọlé títí débi tó dé níbi side tama níbi plane wà yẹn, gbogbo wọn á kó gbogbo wọn á rojọ́ o. So people follow laws and regulations there because they don't want to be fingerprinted, so that if you lose your job here, you will get another job. The moment you fingerprint is a problem for you. You will not be able to get another job. Kí ló dé tí Wasiu fẹ́ risk life ara ẹ̀ tó lọ dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn? If it is this part of the world, ọ̀nà wọn kọ́kọ́ gbé ná, kó tiẹ̀ tó mọ̀ pé wà sane, wọn kọ́kọ́ gbé. Gbígbé tó bá máa gbé ó máa tẹ̀ka ni. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti tẹ̀ka kárí ẹ̀ wà down the line. But we don't have such rules in Nigeria. Ẹ̀rẹ́yàn tó tẹ̀wọ̀n dé ní Nigeria, ó ti padà sínú ayé. He is already doing whatever he wants to do and commits more crime, constantly again. There is no proof. Tó bá di lọ́la tẹ́ni náà wò pé I am red, I have a first degree or second degree, I want to go back to work. Kò sẹ́yàn kankan tó mọ̀ pé wọ́n tì mọ́lé. Ó máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni, meanwhile is a criminal. Or bóyá èèyàn tó ti pààyàn rí ni. We don't have such record in Nigeria. So part of the problem ta ni pé there are no law. Okay, there are laws, but some people are above the law and the laws are not being followed because tí Wasiu bá mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn tó bá jẹ́ ìlú tó lófin ni tó dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀ lófin yẹn kò ní bá rẹ̀ ní tarmac. He won't do it. He won't even pour the drink on the pilot. Ìyẹn lásán ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni. That is an assault in this part of the world. You have assaulted someone. Take it or leave it. Kò ní ṣe. Ṣé wá rí pilot? If it's this part of the world, ó lọ́gàá now. Tó pe àwọn ọ̀gá ẹ̀ other people around tó ń pè. Number one kò ní òun kọ́ ló máa fly plane yẹn. For that day, kò ní ṣiṣẹ́. Or more days, one for you, only market. Oh, I'm emotionally stressed. I have emotional trauma. Asunbowo. Tó bá ti pè tó ti report pé I can't even fly it. I have been assaulted. I have been shaking. Kò ní gbowó. Sorry. Kò dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n lè fún ní 2 weeks. Tí 2 weeks yẹn bá pé. Are you ready to go back to work? No, I am still being stressed. Wọ́n lè gba ó dẹ̀ máa gbowó ẹ̀ a tún gba extra money for being assaulted on the job. Now, irú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé this part of the world ni, this pilot has ọ̀gá now. Láti lè kẹ́tùmọ̀ within 2 seconds, mo máa sọ pé àwọn these people ni mo bó ṣe máa ṣe within 2 seconds ọlọ́pàá ti dé náà àwọn àti dé fire gbogbo wọn ti dé. èèyàn collapse lásán ní train station 911 ti dé ọlọ́pàá ti dé fire service ti dé àkílódé ogunláyé ni ẹ fẹ́ kó gbogbo ìlú lọ ni. So in that situation people will have been alerted. Wasiu kò ní escape ẹ̀ and this lady would have been even paid extra fee or money for being assaulted. Ìlú yìí wọ́n ní jẹ́ kó fly plane yẹn pé wọ́n dá nǹkan sí lára kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀. So it will not even get to that stage. But like I said, unfortunately in Nigeria people do I'm a big girl, I'm a big man, I'm a big man's child. So the people do whatever they want to do and get away with it. Now, this lady went on the plane. Okuni, if it's this part of the world, this lady too will not go scot-free. Wasiu ló fa problem. But because Louis, it could be assumed that Wasiu ní mental problem. It could be anything can be assumed. So this lady will also have her own part of the fault for manslaughter. Though involuntary manslaughter, no killing someone through reckless or negligent behavior. Ni Louis, that's what will happen. But like I said, there is nothing for Nigeria, for us in Nigeria to there's kò sí nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ tá à ń follow tá a mọ̀ pé tí nǹkan báyìí bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan báyìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Imagine you are in a car like Uber, you had an accident, maybe another car hit you and you maybe just slight injury. You can get paid as much as call it whatever. Because nǹkan kan wà nílẹ̀ fún wa tá a mọ̀ pé tí nǹkan báyìí bá ṣẹlẹ̀, this is the outcome. You understand? But it is not so in Nigeria. That's why people do a lot of things and get away with it. For me, I will blame Wasiu. Wasiu Magba 90% of the fault. Because he shouldn't have done what he did. Offense ikú. Ṣáàjẹ́ sára wà lára bàbá ni. Bàbá ti ṣe gbé kúdè sára ni. Ṣé gbé kúdè wà lára bàbá ni. Nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. And then I will blame the lady 10%. The reason why I will blame her ni pé ṣé kò lọ́gàá tó máa alert immediately tọ́rọ̀ yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. Ó ti ṣe díẹ̀ sí mo ti kúrò Naija, so I don't know what it is like. Ṣé kò lọ́gàá ni tó máa alert immediately pé nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ò ní dé level pé òun ló máa fly plane yẹn. So that's why I have to say thank you.
Thank you, ma. Lucky, on mute. So let me shout them. Mike Akinde, on mute.
Yeah, thank you everybody. First of all, and thank you so much for bringing me up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so near Motimogbo incident, I was really surprised and I was so disappointed. But let me just break it down. I think I'll come point to one down. They blame pilot and the reason to be pilot you Wasiu lábẹ́bẹ́ tẹ́ bá máa travel dáadáa tẹ́ bá rí pé tí flight bá máa a máa ní àwọn èèyàn tó máa ń mú iná méjì dání wọ́n ní airphone tó communicate pẹ̀lú pilot ó yá tán síbà pilot yẹn ò rí lẹ́lẹ̀ kò mọ̀ pé Wasiu wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn number 1 and number 2 ibi tí Wasiu dúró sí yẹn Wasiu ní right láti dúró síbẹ̀ ẹni tó bá máa ń travel dáadáa tó bá lè gbé even passenger ọmọ oníkọ̀ọ́ tó máa ń pè ní unbackable large so unbackable large yẹn ó mì ní long distance boarding tó yẹ pé bọ́ọ̀sì ló máa kó yín lọ sí orí platform tẹ̀ fi máa lọ gun step wọ flight ìyẹn náà pè ní embarkment or large so even passenger tó fẹ́ lọ wọnú flight tó ń travel tí wọn refuse their access kò ní láì láti gba abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn ìdílé kan demarcate àbí kan fi agent kan síbẹ̀ kó máa direct wọn kó máa gba abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn ẹ bá yẹn tún máa ń rántí dáadáa tá a bá fẹ́ lọ wọ flight bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tó bá mú fóònù ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ya picture àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ máa sọ pé má ya picture it's for our own safety torí iṣẹ́ tí mò ń ṣe ni reason pé gbogbo orí platform yẹn petrol ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo tí wàá ti dúró sí yẹn gbogbo orí ilẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ yẹn abẹ́lẹ̀ petrol ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ òun náà fún wa ní máa mú fún jáde má ya picture má ṣe gbà yẹn náà ó dẹ̀ tún sí nǹkan tó ń pè ní GTE gendarmerie transport aerian so àwọn ọlọ́pàá kìíní ni tó bá yẹ pé civilized country ni ibi tí wàá ti dé yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ yẹn ìjọba máa sáàkì wọn ni pé kílẹ̀ wò tí wọ́n àyè fi débi kò sí ẹni tó ju ìlú lọ kò sí ẹni náà ní western world kò sí ẹni tó ju ìlú lọ so ó ti wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi ò ní fẹ́ ká blame lady ẹ̀ torí pé kí ni mo lè bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ̀ kò rí wàásù torí flight ó ga sókè ní kò rí wàásù tó bá tí flight bá láàánì gan àwọn èèyàn wà tó máa mú kí ni iná dání tó máa control ẹ̀ wọ́n ní nǹkan tó fi ń communicate tó bá rí ìrànwọ́ ní èèyàn tó máa direct ẹ̀ so gbogbo àwọn ibi yẹn bó ṣe wá débẹ̀ òun ni kò yé mi anybody wọn even ní western world kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ ordinary checking agent ó lè refuse ní access láti travel with a genuine reason example tó bá wà aggressive ó kàn máa fi comment sórí kíni ẹ̀ tó bá dé ẹnu body gate tó bá fi body part sí ó máa tán red ni àwọn tó wà jẹ kí ló tó tán red wọn á gbà wọn á lè lọ sọ fún pilot ní 100% assurance nínú flight yẹn and every other passenger the pilot bá ní o travel kò sí kó forí kúrò kò ga o travel náà ni torí pé kí ni òun ló wà in charge flight yẹn òun ló máa give account for everything òun ló máa so tó bá ní o travel o aggressive o dangerous other passengers o lè travel but gẹ́gẹ́ bí o bá ṣe mọ irú ìlú tá a ti wá àmọ́ ìlú tá a ti wá tó bá mọ èèyàn tó lẹ́nu o ní kankan tó bá yẹ pé ohun èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ lórí mẹ́gbẹ́ tó bá yẹ pé èèyàn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gidi ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa kú sí number one and number two kò sí ẹ̀sùn lè débẹ̀ ok tó fún èmi gbà tí mo tún gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní pilot lose iṣẹ́ I was so disappointed and Ayata international transport aerian every rules all over the world the same rules ni so why títọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ayàtọ̀ we just do things anyhow so when people are talking bad about our country our mama binu and internet ti wà everything tá à ń sọ yìí everything ó circulate káàkiri all over the world internet wà and when they talk bad about us our mama binu so if you have money you get voice if you don't have money you don't get voice so.
and tẹ́ bá ti wà lókè ẹ máa mute tẹ́ bá ti mute ó máa wọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ yín drop yín. ẹni sùúrù ẹ máa mute tí ẹ̀yin ò bá mute ó máa jáàmù ẹnì kejì tó sọ̀rọ̀ máa tẹ́ bí mute yẹn níbi ìsàlẹ̀ yẹn ẹ ti bíbẹ̀ ẹ dúró Michael ẹ sì rí ẹ ṣùgbọ́n bá ti wà lókè bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ti mute àmàgá ti drop yín because ó máa wọ ẹ̀kọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa jam network ẹni yẹn pọ̀ ni ẹ má bínú ẹ má lọ Michael má bínú sá.
so tí pilot bá refuse any boarding or then you behave normal you behave mature you behave as a public figure not fighting there you know what to do.
Okay, thank you.
Not to take much of our time ẹ jẹ́ kí n jẹ́ káwọn ẹ̀rọ mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Yes mọ́mí Àríkẹ́ Adé.
ẹ̀gbọ́n ọ̀lẹ́ gbogbo lẹ́nu.
ẹ̀kọ́ lè máa.
ẹ̀kọ́ àtàrà. ọ̀sẹ̀ mi gbé ṣé àwọn gbé Nàìjíríà ẹni tó bá mọ̀ èèyàn ni fóònù kọlù yìí ni béèyàn kan bá pààyàn tó bá ti ṣe fóònù kọlù ó máa tó máa gbé dé ọ̀dọ̀ adájọ́ á ní kò jẹ̀bi a ní bàbá ọmọ ló jẹ̀bi fóònù kọlù yìí náà ni fóònù ṣó ọ̀fù ni Wàsíù máa ń ṣe ṣó lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bí kò lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bí yìí ẹ wá ń blame ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ni mo wá plane èmi ni mo wá plane ṣé gbogbo yóò mọ̀ pé mi wá plane yìí tó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin ló wá plane.
ẹgbẹ́ tó sì lè kọ́ back ẹ ló jẹ ilé wa plane ẹ káàbọ̀.
èmi ni mo wá plane tó bá jẹ́ kọ́ ọkùnrin màá láì kọ́ mi tó wá plane yẹn tó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin ló wá plane yẹn Wàsíù máa mú jẹ ó máa mú jẹ ìgbéraga ti ba ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́ fóònù kọlù yìí ni fóònù kọlù yìí ló bá wa débi tá a bá dé yìí bí ọba ṣe nǹkan tí ò dá tó yẹ kí gbogbo wa pariwo ọ̀ka bá wí a máa gẹ̀rẹ́ẹ̀sì ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wo tírẹ́nì tí àwọn tírẹ́nì tó máa tí tírẹ́nì máa ń wà lórí ẹ̀ tíjọba ṣe àwọn kan dẹ̀ lọ ń tú réèlì yẹn wọ́n lọ ń tà nígbà tí àwọn Yorùbá máa sọ wọ́n ní wàhálà tó máa ṣe kó tó tú réèlì yẹn mo ní wàhálà tó máa ṣe kó tó tú tírẹ́nì tí tírẹ́nì yẹn bá ń bọ̀ tí ò rí nǹkan báláǹsì tí tírẹ́nì yẹn bá lásídẹ̀ǹtì àwọn tó máa kú ẹ̀ ń kọ́ ẹ̀yin ló ń ṣe wàhálà láti tú nǹkan ní nǹkan tíjọba ṣe síbẹ̀ mo dúpẹ́ pé mi ṣe Nàìjíríà tẹ́lómi sọ̀rọ̀ wọn.
Thank you. Tani orúkọ yìí gan ìjì àti pé gan ta ní ẹyẹ omi ò sì padà yẹ
ẹ ṣáà máa pè ní Tani àmọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi Tani òkè ẹ káàsán ẹ kúṣẹ́ first time tí máa sọ̀rọ̀ rèé o tẹ máa mú wá sókè thank you I appreciate even though I'm an ardent listener of your page. I want to correct something please ká get wrong àwa tá à ń gbé Nàìjíríà bá ṣe máa ń bọ́ọ̀dù plane wa nìyẹn. I hear people complaining pé kí ló ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ kí ni kan wọ́n ò ṣe rí bẹ̀ if that is the boarding area orí tarmac tó bá ti check wa in àwa rìn lọ sí tarmac á lọ board so ibi boarding area ni kan wọ́n wà yẹn. So I want to correct that notion tó ń sọ pé kí ló ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ that is the boarding area. Pé wọn ò gbé ló lẹ́ṣẹ̀ rí mbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé òun nìkan ló wà mbẹ̀. If they had shown a picture of àwọn èèyàn tó kill tó fẹ́ board plane, you would have seen it pé everybody ibẹ̀ yẹn gangan ibi tó wà yẹn ní boarding area. Ibẹ̀ láti máa ń board plane. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń diaspora ẹ máa ní sùúrù fún wa. That is the boarding area.
nínú òfò wà ní kíní gan tẹ bá lọ sí Kútọ̀nù tẹ bá gba Kútọ̀nù wọlé ní
That is the but a lot of people ń sọ pé kí ló ń ṣe ń bẹ̀. That's ignorance. Ibi tó wà yẹn ní boarding area is just because pé wọn take video àwọn èèyàn tó kí ọ tó fẹ́ wọ plane. That is point number one. Number two, mi ò condone nǹkan tí Kwame ń ṣe o. He's a senior citizen and tó bá ti over 16 Nigeria senior citizen ni bí tàwa báyìí we are all senior citizens. Number two, with so many national honours. A lot of presidents ló ti fún ní national honours nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn was very disgraceful. Me condone it. But ẹjọ́ part of the training mo ní brother my
one not to the front not under the plane.
Kí la wí?
Under inú kwẹsẹ ẹni ẹsọ pé kí ló ń ṣe only not to the front of the plane and one not under the plane.
No. Please let me land. Mo sọ pé mi ò condone nǹkan tó ṣe. I.e. bó ṣe dúró níwájú plane tó fọwọ́ sí plane ṣó fẹ́ ń gún mòlù ẹ̀ ni ó wrong. But area tó wà yẹn that's the boarding area that's number one. Number two, ṣẹ́rí pẹ̀lú so many national honours nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ó wà shameful. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé Bọ́lá Tinubu gan á ti tì í lójújù pé ábà tó bá rí fídíò yẹn wọ́n á kọ̀ lẹ̀ tó ọ̀dà ìyẹn ló ṣe ṣapọ́lọ́jì yẹn láàárọ̀ yìí. Then last of all ṣẹ́rí pilot yẹn wà at fault ẹ̀yà gbé sentiment sọ pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ káwọ́ objective. She shouldn't have moved. Àwọn tó wà ń sàlẹ̀ yẹn controllers ni wọ́n. I'm a regular traveller internationally and nationally. Ibi tó wà yẹn àwọn tó ń wọ jákẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ wọ́n ń control ẹ̀. Òun ni ò gbọ́ ó bínú ni nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ó wrong because she has put the lives of her passengers at risk. Her job includes safety first. So wrong. Tí máa fún Wàsíù ní 70%, máa fún pilot ní 30%.
Lẹ́yìn ọ̀hún sí ọ àwọn tó wà mí sọ wọ́n ti make ọmọ amix Fatima mute Fatima bàtà tẹ̀sí pé Fatima sókè lẹ́nu tí mo pé tàdé yìí agbára ni iṣẹ́ àkọ́rẹ́ mi ṣé wàá ń bẹ̀ pásọ Fúnkẹ́
mo wà ń bí o. Wọ́n tí mo make submission. Mo ní pé àwọn most people wọ́n misunderstand me. Mo ní pé Nàìjíríà.
Ọdún láti padà wá máa dá tẹ́ bá ti ń padà wá dáhùn èèyàn lóhùn.
No, mi dáyọ̀ ẹ máa lísì sí mi dáyọ̀ lóhùn. Dáyọ̀ lóhùn. Nǹkan tí mo ń try àti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ni pé Nàìjíríà omi kan náà ni gbogbo wa mu both home and abroad. Now àwọn méjèèjì ni wọ́n lo ní kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ pilot yẹn ó go against profession ẹ̀. She did not abide by the rule of our profession also. Likewise, K1. Nigeria mama jẹ́ forget about the richness and the poor. That's what I'm trying to say. Mo sọ síwájú mo ní ká máa gbàdúrà yìí. Mo ní wà tí mo wá sílùú òyìnbó. Ìyá mi máa ń ṣàdúrà fún mi pé mi ò ní kó bá yàn. Orí olórí ò ní kó bá mi. Is an important prayer for us to pray. Then again mo tún ní pé ká máa wà very careful tẹ́ bá ti rí ẹnu kọ́
tẹ́ bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ bá wá padà wá fọ̀wọ̀n yẹn pé tó
mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ nípa
àwọn láìpẹ́ wa justify kò ṣe yẹn.
ọdún wọn tún àti sọ ní pé àwọn méjèèjì kò sẹ́ni wọn 2 of them 3 people the security the woman and the K1 àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta wọ́n fail woefully. Woman yẹn kò abide by her own profession. The provoker ẹni tó steer up ṣe mọ̀ pé through anger náà ló jẹ́ kí Moses lose promised land. I know what I'm saying. Through this same anger ló jẹ́ kí pẹ̀lú gbogbo Moses jẹ́.
ẹ̀yìn àti ìwàásù yìí náà ni.
No, ẹ máa gbọ́ K1 kò obey. Ó go against the rule, the law of the land. Even the pilot, the woman also, I know she was provoked, but she break the law, she break the rules that she sworn when they sworn her in to be a pilot. That's what I'm saying. Nigeria is a Nigerian, the same character ni wa. Kato je po giga ibi kékeré láti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Is enough only God ló máa help wa. Ìtọ́ mo ṣe ní bó ká máa ṣe prayer yẹn. Kéèyàn kan má kó bá wa. Woman yẹn gbà tó jáde kúrò ní ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ lọ síbi okay now mo fẹ́ sọ kọ́kọ́ fún yín. Is it not dangerous for you to provoke your driver? Let's look it from that angle also. It's dangerous. Tí K1 bá mọ̀ pé woman ẹni pilot kò ní láti provoke from the beginning láti máa da omi sí lára. Because anger níbi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ safety save. O tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ rárá wọ́n máa fẹ́ kí everybody relax ká calm nerves wa so then so that we can start the work with joy and happiness. But when you are nervous you can even injure yourself or injure another person. How much more a pilot? Ṣé I understand nǹkan tí mo sọ? So it's the same thing. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó ń obey anything. Forget about obeying police. Both security, none of them, because this security bá wọn ṣe níṣẹ́.
Mami Àríkẹ́ ẹ̀yà mi láyè yín fún Àríkẹ́ ọ̀nà fẹ́.
Tí security bá wọn ṣe níṣẹ́, ó yẹ kó ti tó máa yẹn jáde kó tó di pé flight yẹn máa move. Then àwọn àgàn kan ti sọ wípé okay o ní láti gbé kíní ìwọlé ó yẹ kó obey. Then the pilot based on the law. So àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ló wà at fault kó tí mo ń tún àti pass through lẹ́ẹ̀kan nìyẹn tí wọ́n lọ pé ká máa gbàdúrà ká tó jáde kúrò nílé ká má pàdé àgbákò. You see the provocation now make everybody to know this woman. Maybe she's not like that. That's my submission ṣe.
Ẹ ṣe mà. Fatima.
Ọmọrí ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ pé náà wá Nàìjíríà ni ẹni tó bá máa bá wa kọ́kọ́ àwọn olówó àtàwọn alágbára. Lórí tí pásítọ̀ Fúnkẹ́ ń sọ pọ́ìntì wà ń bẹ̀ but ọmọ pa àwọn pé a lè gbọ́ reason ni wípé alẹ́ tó bá máa bá wa tìrìtì fọ́kọ̀ àwọn alágbára. Ìsọ̀rọ̀ làwọn wá ń tiwa. Àdúrà yẹn ò fi wo etí àwọn.
We are the same thing both of them are
different. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ọ̀nà fẹ́ béèrè question mọ́ bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí Fatima sọ ọ̀kẹ́ tó béèrè question. Fatima yẹ sọ. Ẹ ká sọ wọn.
Ẹ ká sọ. Ṣé rí kinní kan bá wà jẹ́ ní ìlú wa? Àwa Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ṣàlẹ̀ ìtẹ̀pá tó bá ti lè ní owó lọ́wọ́ tọ́lọ́ bá ti gbé yín sí òkè. Ẹ fẹ́ mọ àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀. Àwọn tó wà sàlẹ̀ náà èèyàn náà ni wọ́n. Ẹ wo ìwé tọmọ ní ìta tó fi dé ipò tó dé. Number one, madam kan sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yí pé orí sámákì níbẹ̀ yẹn
fine orí bàbá orí támákì ni títí tí ẹgbà tí pilot yẹn ti wọnú kíní tó fi wọnú bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa kọ́kọ́ wọ́n méjì ni o ó ṣe pẹpẹsẹ ló mú fún o this man was standing there as if okay wọ́n ló ní gbogbo nàìjíríà tí wọ́n náà lọ tún ní plane náà ni okay àwọn èèyàn tó wà àwọn pásítọ̀ tó wà nínú plane yẹn lómi ó lọ fún interview ni lómi lọ fún appointment ni lómi lọ fún medical health ni lómi ní time and ní táìmù tó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn wáyé tó ti gẹ́ pé ìwọ fẹ́ fi jẹ́ kó bá tàwọn tó kù bí ó lè jẹ́ pé appointment tí wọ́n bá wákàtí kan àbí méjì ló kù sí bọ́ẹ̀ tó gbúrú àjọ náà nípe ṣùgbọ́n tó wà ní kó lè rè fún ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ lọ sí ìlú tó ń lọ bọ̀ èyí ti ní láti ẹ̀ dúró náà fàájì bí ká fi obìnrin tó wà pálọ̀tì tó jẹ́ pálọ̀tì ẹ̀ ká fi wé àwa náà ẹnì kan tó ní pé ẹ fẹ́ gbé ẹnìkan pásẹ́ńtà kó lè ga kíní sí yín lára èèyàn lòun náà náà ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pàmò tiẹ̀ náà ní ṣé ó lè kàwé ẹ̀ ni ṣèbí ọmọ kẹwọn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ kíní ni ìjọba kí ló lọ́jà lọ́jà ni wọ́n wà ní ọdún kan nípa nínú àwọn àkíyèsí padà kíní sí lára ẹjọ́ náà ti fẹ́ wọ̀ irú náà ló fẹ́ bì. káfí àwọn èèyàn yìí náà ṣírò ara wa náà èèyàn lòun náà nàìjíríà kan lòun bí òun ló bí òun náà alákan náà ló bí òun náà torí pé ẹ ti lówó ẹ ti lágbára ṣe tọ́ lọ́hùn ni tó bá ń pè advance country bọ́n ṣe ń sọ náà gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti wá lọ ṣe àmùjẹgbé ni ṣé ó máa lọ ní ẹ̀ lọ sùn ni tó bá kó wà tí òkú tó bá lọ ní lọ sùn ọlọ́pàá náà máa tó délé ìyàwó ọlọ́pàá ti máa ṣíwájú ẹ̀gẹ̀yẹ wọ́n máa gbé ìnáwó kí ló dé tẹ́ pé a fi torí pé ìlú wa jẹ́ kídé àdéhùn àwa gangan fún ara wa nàìjíríà dá o àwọn èèyàn táwa bẹ́ẹ̀ láàdá o ẹni ká sọ̀rọ̀ síbi táwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wa àwọn èèyàn táwa bẹ́ẹ̀ gangan ní àdá kò sí ìgbọ́n tó ṣèlú wa láti látọwọ́ olórí títí dé ọmọ ékeré because ọmọ ékeré tẹ bá rí nísìnyí báyìí ọ̀nà bó ṣe fẹ́ lówó ọ̀nà bó ṣe fẹ́ tẹ àwọn ìlòkì ìmọ̀lẹ̀ kí ló dé. ẹ ṣàánú àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù náà ebi ń pa wá ìyá ń jẹ wá síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà ẹ tó ń tẹ̀ wá lójúmọ́lẹ̀ ọkùnrin yìí gbìyànjú ajé ló lọ náà ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn tó wà nínú pilot tó wà nínú plane yẹn for example sí tó bá pé kí wọn náà wà nínú plane lẹ́yìn kan bá dá dúró kò ní sọ pé ó ti kíní kó jẹ́ káwọn máa lọ. number one ó ti ti ilẹ̀kùn o ẹ wọ́n wọ̀ sí sàdédé ẹ wá ní security wọ́n ti bẹ́ẹ̀ ó kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ yí pé irú àwọn kéwọ̀n yìí báyìí irú wọn àwọn abirùn láwùjọ làbùkù máa wá àbùkù ọlọ́ọ̀tì ìfẹ́ kan lábùkù ni ṣé gbogbo ètí ọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ọmọ ìkéré obìnrin òun ló tẹ ojú ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kí náà gba tẹ́lẹ̀ ní ọmọbìnrin yẹn fún.
wọn ò gbaṣẹ́ lẹ́nu wọn ní pé kó lọ dúró lé díẹ̀ ni.
wọn ní kó lọ dúró lé díẹ̀ kí ló máa gbẹ̀yìn kó lọ dúró lé díẹ̀ ṣèbí nàìjíríà wa náà ni ìbá nàìjíríà wa náà ni àwọn náà lẹ́sẹ̀ náà tọmọbìnrin yóò bá jẹni tó lẹ́sẹ̀ táwọn
olóró kúnlé ni olóró
kúnlé ṣé ní ọkùn tó rọkúnlé yẹn wọn máa fún lóúnjẹ ṣùgbọ́n fẹ́ pé ní ìlú yìí like advanced country ni bí ọkùn tó rọkúnlé wọn á fún ní owó wọn máa fún ní owó títí tó fi máa parí kéèsì yẹn ni ní agbára náà yẹn lórí trauma tó fẹ́ nìyẹn náà lórí trauma tó fún ẹnìyẹn akíní sí lára wọ́n ti dá nǹkan tó dà sẹ́ni yẹn lára ó bá bà méjì tùbí tì kan wò yẹn náà bọ̀dọ̀ pé kéwọn náà bá dà sí lára ṣé gẹ́ yẹn máa lọlé.
kéwọn náà máa lọ rọ́kúnlé.
ògùn náà máa lọ rọ́kúnlé kò lè rọ́kúnlé wọ́n máa fọwọ́ ìjọba owó òfin àtọwọ́ agbára náà máa fi dè mọ́lẹ̀. let's call it three faces ẹ jẹ́ dápẹ́ sọ fún bàbá pé bàbá ìwà ìpínlẹ̀ wo ó ti tẹ̀ ìwà gírídẹ̀ wo oríṣiríṣi yìí ló mọ ẹ má bàa jẹ́ kó dé ibi tí gbogbo ayé ti máa gbé yín níjọ́ mi mọ̀ ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
ẹ jọ̀wọ́ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ ẹ má mi sọ ẹ má mi ò tí bá ní kẹ́mi sọ kò ní lè máa jáàmù pọ̀. Michael náà fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ́sọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi mọ ẹni tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo ṣe gbé wá sókè.
Ìyá mo fẹ́ bèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ mọ́mì mi àbí àǹtí mi tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán kí woman tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tán tó sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyá wọ́n sọ kankan wọ́n ní pilot yẹn break rules or law rules wo ni pilot yẹn break ẹ má bínú mo fẹ́ mọ̀ torí iṣẹ́ tèmi ṣe lẹ́yìn kí n bèrè o.
ẹ ṣe sà ṣe mọ̀ pé every profession láyé yìí safety safe ni first.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
And they only a lot of passengers mo wà very sure pé ó ní protocol títí wọn tó ẹ pé ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ àbọ̀mọ bàbá ẹ̀ ló ṣe the same thing tí Wàsíù ṣe yẹn tó máa lo anger láti rán ní ọ̀pá ni. And tó bá dẹ̀ tún jáàmù Wàsíù níbẹ̀ yẹn ṣe é sọ pé àwọn tó wà nínú flight yẹn náà wọn ní problem ṣé life wọn máa save. mo wà very sure pé gbogbo pilot nínú protocols wọn safety save ni first thing torí láti obey. That is the point tí mo ń jà àti sọ. So àwọn méjèèjì àtọwọ́ kékeré ẹ gbàgbé riches ẹ jẹ́ ká fi riches sílẹ̀. Thank God pé woman yìí náà kò fi ṣe poor woman wọ́n ní wọ́n gbó jáde láti ilé rẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ jáde láti prominent personnel. So ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé nípo ipò tó wà. Mo kàn ń jà àti sọ pé gbogbo Nàìjíríà kò sẹ́nìbọ̀dì tó obey law whether poor or rich.
Okay.
Àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n break law yẹn. That's my point, sir.
Alright, ẹ ṣe gan ma. Ṣé rí reason tí mo fi béèrè question yẹn lọ́wọ́ yín ni pé torí èmi ò mọ nǹkan mi ò but lórí law kò ṣe lọ pilot yẹn bóyá wà ẹ mo sọ síwájú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò rí èèyàn tó wà ń sálẹ̀ kò rí Wàsíù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o and number one tó bá ti tilẹ̀kùn flight kí flight move ni ní tilẹ̀ tọ́lọ́hún tẹ bá wò pé tí flight bá land ẹ ṣáà máa rí àwọn èèyàn tó máa dún sọ́dọ̀ tó máa múná méjì dání wọ́n control pilot ẹ̀ torí kò rí ìsàlẹ̀ wọ́n control bóyá máa páàkì ni wọ́n ní microphone tó fi communicate kò lè ríyàn tó wà ń sálẹ̀ ìyẹn number one and number two pilot yẹn ẹ̀mọ́ tó mo gbọ́ pé àwọn kan ní kó gba permission kó tó move pilot òun ló máa give order time the flight máa move time tó máa fò but pé ní Wàsíù tó wà ń sálẹ̀ yẹn mo fi tó Ọlọ́run ṣe lẹ́rìí iṣẹ́ tí mo ṣe ni kò rí Wàsíù kò lè rí láéláé torí flight yẹn ga sókè náà ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tọ́lọ́ngàn tí Wàsíù ò bá bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ tí kò bá bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ kí nìyẹn ò lè bá lórí wà láì torí pé tó bá tó sábẹ́ kí nìyẹn ṣùgbọ́n abẹ́ kí nìyẹn ló wà orí òsì kan kí nìyẹn. So what I'm just saying point tí mo tẹ́ láti prove by pé kò sí rules kankan tí pilot yẹn break nǹkan tó fẹ́ point out gbọ́ngbọ́n nìyẹn in charge flight yẹn pilot yẹn ló máa sọ̀gbà tó máa move tó bá ní anybody travel mọ̀ everybody bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ ó ní right nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ dáadáa ni so lẹ́yìn kí n sọ pé pilot yẹn ò break any rules ó ti yẹ so èmi ò mọ mi mọ mo ṣáà sọ but pé ó move ó ti gbá kò rí Wàsíù ẹni àwọn tó bá ń travel dáadáa máa mọ ọkọ tí mo sọ yìí kò lè rí ọkọ
Wàsíù ṣe review kan ṣe ní first review tí mo fẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé as long as I agree with pé most of the time pilot ò ti máa ń rí ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀tún ẹgbẹ́ òsì tó bá wà lókè iwájú náà ó níbi tán lè rí iwájú dé mo ò tún fẹ́ conclude pé kò mọ̀ pé Wàsíù wà bẹ̀ this is the reason first and foremost ó yí plane yẹn ó kọ́kọ́ move díẹ̀ Wàsíù bọ́ síwájú plane ó wá yí steering plane bóyá control button ló lò nǹkan kan ó bend tire yẹn to shift away from the side táwọn èèyàn dúró sí which means that she is aware that people are there. So at the point tó tún dúró for some minutes kó tó di pé take off kó tó di pé move mímí lè sọ bóyá ó ti conclude pé wọ́n ti kúrò ńbẹ̀ hoping that àwọn tó wà ní àwọn màṣálà yẹn bóyá ti máa move but I know that she is aware that people were standing there because she moved a bit she stopped and bent that the ori plane here was a bit bent from where people were standing, meaning that she noticed people were there. Now, in all of this, thank God combination is here. Combination talks about profession and he reminded me of where we both work, where ethics, profession, system are working, where corporate institutions are well defined. It's a telecommunication company. They said no matter how irate your customer might be, you have to manage them to the latter. The same place, that's why I want combination to come up. The same place, a customer will be on a call with you at the call center. They will want to cause a commotion and they already giving us a rule. No customer. They said no customer must take more than 2 minutes. At most 2 minutes 30 seconds. You have to make sure you wrap up the call on that customer.
Please make sure you mute. See about mute to my drop in.
They will tell you you must wrap up in 2 minutes 30 seconds. Àwọn customer there wà ń bẹ̀ tó máa bá ẹ fà lọ 7 minutes tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé
you must not end the call on them until you resolve the network issue they are having. I loaded my card, I didn't browse, I didn't make a call, I noticed I was having zero balance. What happened? I want my money refunded. They were arguing with you 10 minutes, you must not end the call on them because there is something we call avaya. Ó máa ń report bóyá ẹni tó pè wọlé ló end the call ni or ìwọ tó receive as a customer care service person ló end the call. So once they notice when the call on the customer, they will sanction you. Now, a point now came when I was doing a SIM swap for a customer. I was actually known Kalolu. Call the POC number of the new SIM you got so I can swap your line. Well, let you know see for POC number, no so for me. Go to affluent. Call yet in lobby system in David Pay. If you go to flag me on my system to say that I'm taking too much time. We need that if the customer is who will supervisor me. This customer is proving stubborn. I can't continue the call. They're already flagging me. What do I do? The same rule. Someone software you must not end it on customer. I want no instructing me to go and end that call. And that was the beginning of changing policy for that organization at that year. If combination is here, combination should come and attest to this. So there are situations that will make some people to bend. Don't forget the pilot was patient. You know, report to pilot and pilot said, I made a public announcement to other passengers while we were not moving before I started taxing. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ parí taxi ẹjọ́ ṣé kó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni between me and you all of us should be or like let's just be civil for a while. She said I made a public announcement meaning that she was aware of the situation that someone is trying to disturb the plane. What if those in the plane are already screaming like yelling like they are not safe? Why should someone be standing in front of their flight? At the end of the day, the issue never was resolved. Will the pilot open the plane for Wasiu to go in? Another thing, tí Wasiu bá tún wá wọlé, will there be peace for people in the flight? Tí Wasiu bá wọlé, ṣé tó okay, we solve it, it's water, we just want to be sure that it's not something that is against the boarding law and the rest. We are sorry, it can go in. Will the pilot be comfortable? Lẹ́yìn tí Wasiu ti kọ́kọ́ da omi sí lára, tó ti dọ̀tí sí lára, tó ti rú, tó ti dúró síwájú plane, tó ti ní kò ní lọ. Do you think they will solve it? They will open the plane for Wasiu to go in and you think it will be a soft journey for them? The pilot will no longer feel safe. Wasiu will continue that ego in the plane and passengers will not feel safe as well. A lot of passengers
respectively, I think you are missing a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
I think you are missing a lot of stuff here.
Definitely.
He was already in the plane. What kick it out now?
Well, he was already in the plane.
No, it's not so.
Wait.
Kò sí wọnú plane o.
Èmi ò rò kó tí wọlé.
Kò sí wọnú plane, wọ́n ṣì wà ní bọ́dí.
Kò tí wọlé.
Kò sí wọlé wà.
Hold on, man. Come on, man. This is a passenger. This is a commercial jet. This is not a private jet.
Of course.
Ṣé rí ó ti delay flight yẹn for hours? Nǹkan tẹ́mi ń bọ́ rọ̀ ni pé all the protocol tí conventional protocol tó máa ń follow ní airport wọn ò follow ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ní Abuja. Wọn ò follow ẹ̀ rárá. Ṣé rí níbo ló ti spill ọtí níbo ló ti da alcohol sí wọn lára?
Èyí náà sọ́ọ̀sì kò ti wọnú plane, kò dẹ̀ sí wọnú plane.
Mo ń bèrè question ni níbo ló ti da alcohol sí wọn lára?
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, mo fọwọ́ àtọmọdé lẹ́nu. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní 3 minutes because ẹ tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí sọ ọ̀kan tó sọ tán.
I was sure that I can't say 100% if it was in the plane already, but I know that everything was happening at the entrance of the plane. That place where he was standing was meant to be the boarding area, but not in the front of the plane. It is just by the side. So as you coming to that direction was just the first trouble. Now, this is what I was saying. If they were to settle that issue, if they were to settle that and to agree to say, okay, you two sorry, me, I'm sorry, will the plane be open? So the pilot has closed and he has begun taxi. So once that has happened, no amount of standing in front of the plane and no amount of calls Wasiu wants to make that will stop that plane from moving. Now, when public announcement was made, as I was saying earlier, people in the flight were already aware that there is a kind of delay due to someone trying to stop the plane from flying. That has posed a threat already to the people inside that flight. You can never tell what the reaction of all of them might be at that moment. But I know, as someone who has boarded and has seen people's mood when they want to board, I know quite numbers of people will be scared like what's going on here, because that moment is a moment of reflection where only those who doesn't care will feel like we are going. So now, pilot in here at that stage, the best is to move. Now to move is the problem. Now, Oduro, bend the plane, move síwájú, pause. Standing there, looking at the time, tó yẹ kó gbéra. Ṣé kó paná kó bọ́lẹ̀ ni? Ṣé kó paná kó lọ make a report to me? The only thing she can do at that moment is to say that she's not flying that plane and she will write her report and that trip will be cancelled. But the detriment of what? So it means Wasiu can stop hundreds of people because of his refusal to let them understand what he was carrying in a bottle, in a flask. So Wasiu not able to show that and prove that I'm just a peaceful passenger, I'm this and that with all the title you have gotten, to just prove that he's good to go. We now stop other hundreds with the amount of money they pay, with the kind of appointment they are going. Other Wasiu ti kokuru. So the best thing is for that pilot to also save the life of the passenger, save the trip, save people's money, save people's trust in their own organization and move them. She has no choice than to move them. She has to move them.
Even the flight is supposed to move at 8:10.
She wants to move them because she has a mandate. She has a mandate to deliver. I know it's a mandate. So that is the point we are going to. So let me mute. Thank you.
Westo.
Yes.
No, don't go Westo. Remove Wasiu from the picture. Westo, remove Wasiu from the picture. Put a madman there. Whether you like it or not. If it happens abroad, what they will do is to arrest and detain whoever is standing in front of that.
The Palot has no photo.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n play yín ní nǹkan tí lọ sọ.
Ẹ má ti play.
Okay.
Ẹni sùmọ́sùmọ́, mo tí wọ́n mọ ìfín rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí yọ highness ẹ sọ̀rọ̀, jẹ́ kí àwọn tó wà mí báyìí kọ́ kí submission wọn.
Ṣé mo lè sọ̀rọ̀?
Ẹ jẹ́ kí yọ highness sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Mr. Digital sọ̀rọ̀. Go ahead. I will talk about it.
Ẹ ká sọ ẹ ṣeun gan. Ṣé rí nǹkan tèmi kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé gbogbo wa bára wa ní ìlú tó jẹ́ pé òfin àwa tálíkà nìkan ló mú, kò mú àwọn olówó, kò mú àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ bíi tí wọ́n ní orúkọ. Ìlú tá bára wa nìyẹn. Ní ìlú bí tèmi ń gbé ní báyìí ní Europe mò ń wà. Tí irúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀, Wasiu kọ́ ni ibi tó dé yẹn gan. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ó yẹ káwọn ọlọ́pàá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n gbé. Wọ́n tẹ̀ kó handcuff sí lọ́wọ́ gan. Kí wọ́n mú kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kì í ṣe pé kò nílà láti lọ dúró síwájú plane. Even ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adójútì ni èèyàn ni ó lóun odidi máyégún Yorùbá. Ó dójú ti àwa Yorùbá bó ṣe ń pè rẹ̀ ní máyégún yẹn. Ó tún dójú ti èmi fúnra mi tí mo jẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú tó lóun olórí ọmọ ọba. Adójútì ni èèyàn ní máa yẹn. Ó yẹ kó handcuff sí lọ́wọ́ ni. Abára wa ní ìlú tó jẹ́ pé òfin. Because mo mọ̀ pé kádírù èmi mo dọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀wù. Mo mọ̀ pé mi tí lè kóònù sẹ́ẹ̀lì ọlọ́pàá dì sí. Ibùsẹ̀ gan ibẹ̀ yẹn gan mi ò lè ráyè gbé akọ̀wọ̀ dé ibi tí wọ́n ti detect pé akọ̀wọ̀ ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n á ti screen ẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ láti ojú ọ̀nà lọ́hùn wọ́n á ti mọ̀. Mo ń bọ̀ láti London ní 2 months ago. Èmi dùn báàgì kíní ni mo fi sínú ẹ̀mí àwọn mílíọ̀nù alágolo yẹn bó tẹ́ ti gbàgbé sínú ẹ̀ gan pé mo fẹ́ fi lògùn ní tí bá dé airport. mo ti gbàgbé sínú bá. ṣe fàyọ báyìí àbúrò ọ̀gbẹ́ni má dùn ún mo fẹ́ fi lògùn ní bá mi mú nǹkan mi ó dẹ̀ mú fún mi ó dẹ̀ ní mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ kọjá òkè mú lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ń ṣojú wọ́n bẹ̀ mo mú ṣojú wọ́n bẹ̀ ibi tí wọ́n ti ń chẹ́kì nìyẹn wọ́n tí wàásù ti lè fi kọjá gbogbo tó ti ń chẹ́kì tó lọ tó wá dé ẹnu ọ̀nà plane lọ́sẹ̀ ló ń bára wọn á gé ànúnú ìlú yẹn kì í ṣèlú mo sọ́ọ̀rì láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àti bóun fúnra adójú ti ní akónisíta bí ọmọdé mẹ́jọ ni àwọn international àwọn máa wo orú kínní yẹn wọ́n máa wò pé báwo gan ló ń ṣe débẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n á tún rí tó tún náwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ dá mọ́tò dúró odidi plane ẹ jẹ́ kí n dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà kẹ́lòmí náà sọ̀rọ̀.
wẹ́tọ̀ ẹjọ́
ló ní ìsọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ kan fẹ́ pa
kí mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí ṣá.
mo fún Mr. Digital ni mo ń bọ̀ sàmì ní pẹ́ mo kí everybody tó wà on the panelist the Amori Oremi has been called and our wonderful comment sections. Thank you so much. I've been listening and I've really put one or two together right from yesterday that we've been talking about this thing. Cherry number one is from the screening table. Níbi tí wọ́n ti screen wọn kó tó di wípé wọ́n dé tarmac. Wasiu is wrong, and when it was screen ni Wasiu, they are wrong because when you get to that table, everything to Bawa Lowe, they will dictate it, and no one can tell me that from that screening table or dictate Wasiu is carrying alcohol. Now moving forward, from that screening table, bí alcohol yẹn ṣe dé orí tarmac tí wọ́n pè ní boarding kìíní wọn, that means someone sneaked the alcohol with him tó fi dé orí tarmac. No two ways about that. That is number one. Number two is Wasiu for that act nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé Western world ni he needs mental evaluation because kò lè wà right for you. Really, it's quite all right. That is their boarding kini. For you to now pour out either liquid, either alcohol, whatsoever, tó bá jẹ́ kó dá sí ara anybody, àbí ara pilot, is uncalled for. Number three, people are talking about professions. It's not the same thing. Every ethical profession has their rules. Rules tí wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo tí wọ́n ti ń sọ. It's not the same rules. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n cite an example. I was going to work, mi ò gbé mọ́tò mo lọ́wọ́ public bus. Nínú bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn, èèyàn kọ́ dẹ̀ ń gbá mọ́tò, ó fẹ́ wọlé bla 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 bla. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ wọlé tó manage tó wọlé. The next thing, ó dẹ̀ lọ sọ̀rọ̀ driver, ó bá split lọ sí lára. Máa yẹn kọ̀ park. Ó lóun ò lè lọ mọ́. Kí ló dé? Ó lóun ti ní panic attack. Ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá mẹ́ta ó ti rédíò ọ́fíìsì mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá ti dé ó ti ń gbọ̀n lórí steering because wájú ni mo jókòó sí. I could see everything that really happened. So also the same thing tí Wasiu ṣe fún pilot yẹn níjọ́ yẹn tó bá jẹ́ èmi náà ni number one mani I cannot fly because mi mọ ọkọ tó dà sí mi lára. So I will be panicking too. I cannot put their lives in danger. And number four, Wasiu obstruct aircraft from taking off is punishable. He was obstructing it from Sherry. Yesterday when I made my submission, I said from the control tower, Sherry pilot yẹn kò kọ ṣàìdédé lọ máa gbé plane yẹn kó lọ start engine. Quite alright, ó ti máa start engine ti máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ kó tó di wípé wọ́n shut the door. But Sherry from control tower, the control tower will signal to the àwọn ẹni tó wọ jacket yẹn àwọn náà máa signal to the pilot. So once the aircraft is closed, he or she will not open the aircraft again. Now Tani, the next pilot máa gbọ́ràn sí lẹ́nu ẹni tó wà níwájú pilot tó mú iná méjì dání òun ló máa gbọ́ràn sí lẹ́nu. So the woman was actually acting on instruction. Mi ní nǹkan tó ṣe ó dáa. But Sherry, tẹ́ bá wò dáadáa, àwọn ẹni tó ṣe fídíò,
plane yẹn ò lè kan Wàsíù lórí láyéláyé because the plane is so tall. But because they zoom it, lè máa fi pé ó fẹ́ gbà lórí. Plane is too high, kò lè gbà lórí láyéláyé. And for me, èmi kakini ẹ wípé Wàsíù ó fẹ́ commit suicide. Yes, ó fẹ́ commit suicide ni. Nǹkan tó ṣe, and the whole thing tábà máa wò tó bá jẹ́ in the Western world, that is a terrorist attack. It's a terrorist attack to do that thing because tí Wàsíù bá fi lè rapala tó wọnú plane. Number one, the pilots are not safe. Ó máa máa panic níbi tó ti fẹ́ wá plane yẹn. Number two, àwọn passengers tó ti wà nínú kíní ẹ̀ tó ti rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, they will be fidgeting. So let's call a spade a spade. In Nigeria, we cannot continue to be acting under stupid, foolish laws because we are rich. Nobody can control us. We feel that whatever we do, Atimuje. What about our children that are coming? Nigeria go be the Western world that wani. What is money? So please, Ejo, all of them are wrong right from the screening table, the control tower, Wàsíù himself, and the pilot. Everybody is wrong. Moving forward is sharing baby here. Even Tobani Kolwanle. For the main fact that she's at home and is still under investigation, they must or they have to keep paying her until they resolve it. And John Nigeria, we need to understand all this. And we are backward again. We have to move forward. The world is moving. Why can't we move as the world is moving? Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I agree, everyone. All the protocol observed. In Kotima Koko Stony Pay, it's a shame though. For FA in Okumoni or aviation, Nigeria aviation, whatever, federal, whatever, Pampo. Sherry, ni point of entry.
Mr. Abudu. Mr. Abudu. Just one call, sir. Oh, yeah.
Mute.
Àwọn mọ́mí wa tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí yẹn ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Àtàwọn bàbá wa náà tán ti kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú. Ṣé rí tí Alhaji Wàsíù ṣe? Adídí, wọn ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti wọnú fíìmù yẹn without jacket. Àwọn ẹni tó dẹ̀ kọ́ńtró wọn wọlé yẹn, nígbà wọn ti tilẹ̀kùn, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé polisi wá kó gbé Alhaji Wàsíù ni. Wọn ò ní right láti máa tó dúró pẹ̀lú wọn discuss anything mọ́. Àní níbi wọ́n ti ń ṣẹ́ẹ̀kì yẹn, ìgò ọwọ́ wọn yẹn ó ti kùn kọjá tán lè fi gbé wọlé ní anywhere. Alhaji Wàsíù ò dẹ̀ gbérú ẹ̀ dání tí máa lọ sí Europe. Wọ́n ní àwọn ní appetite, wọ́n ní káwọn máa mú mi, dókítà ní káwọn máa mú mi. Immediately tẹ́ ẹ bá ti wọnú plane, ẹ̀yẹ sáà ti sọ fẹ́ni tó wà nínú ọ̀nà. Á tún sí gíláàsì àwọn sábìsì. Iye omi tẹ́ ẹ bá lè mú tẹ́ ẹ fi máa débi tẹ́ ẹ lọ, wọ́n á fún yín. Àtẹ́ ẹ bá ní doctor problem irú ẹ̀, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní káàdì lọ́wọ́. Tí wọ́n fi mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ máa mú bí ni. Ẹ ti understand? Alhaji Wàsíù wọ́n lo power níbẹ̀ yẹn. Tí ò lè yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí bí kinní yẹn ká tẹ̀ wá ní, ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ṣẹlẹ̀. Wàláhì ẹnu la máa fi sọ. Tí ò sí nǹkan kan tó lè ṣe fún pilot yẹn. Torí pilot tó bá ti na kinní pupa yẹn, kinní náà wọ̀n yẹn sí láti wájú, ó ti yẹ everybody wọn ti move sẹ́yìn. Àwọn ẹni wọ́n dẹ̀ dúró ti Alhaji Wàsíù, àwọn náà ní fault. Ó yẹ ká mú wọn kó bẹ̀ tàbí ká ń kọ́ọ̀pù wọn ni. Tó bá jẹ́ ìlú ìní ní Germany, wàláhì tàláhì ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ gbé Alhaji Wàsíù lọ sí hospital náà. Abẹ́rẹ́ wèrè wọn kọ́kọ́ gbé fún wọn náà. Màdàmú tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pátápátá. Ìlú èbó ò lè faramọ́rú ẹ̀. Àwọn náà lè challenge èèyàn, wọ́n ṣe challenge àwọn ẹni ìyẹn níbẹ̀. Káàtì ẹ̀ lómi náà dà sí wọn lára, wọn ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ àti lómi sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó bá check wọn. Ó kì í sìn ṣiṣẹ́ àmọ̀rí kẹ́ wá dé Nàìjíríà, kẹ́ gbé omi dání, kẹ́ wá fẹ́ wọlé tí wọ́n bá ṣe kinní kan irú tá a ti rí ṣe mọ̀ pé máa query wọn tó bá fẹ́ treat
fẹ́ ṣe tán.
Ó ní who are you, sir? Ó ní who are you? Do you know who you are talking to? Mo ní who are you? Do you know me too? So mọ̀ bóyá ìyàwó gọ́vnà kan lèmi náà ni. Àbò mọ̀ bóyá ìyàwó captain kan lèmi náà ni. Ó wò dúró mi ni. Bí mo bá ranjú mọ́ níbẹ̀ ni bí ó ṣe rọra kù. Ní obìnrin kan tó wá wà wájú sọ pé madam ẹ má bínú. Ó lẹ́yìn ní òbínú ṣùgbọ́n èmi ni the first comes first serve. Kó wá sẹ́yìn ni. Máa yẹ dúró báyìí ni àwọn ẹni tó wà lẹ́yìn mi ni you are right ma. Kí ló dé? Ewúro tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó yẹn kó máa terrorize àwọn èèyàn.
Màríà kẹsẹ̀
Ṣé ẹ máa ń
àwọn èèyàn má ti ọ̀rọ̀ wá sí.
Ṣé ẹ máa ń báyẹ̀ tó fi gba àyè tó fi gba gbogbo àwọn irú nǹkan báyẹn nìyẹn? Ṣé gbogbo tó ń ṣe yẹn ó lè ṣe ní ìlú èbó yìí? Ẹ máa bẹ́ tó nìṣó. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ mí ìsọmíṣọ ẹ máa jẹ́ kó ajẹ́ fast àwọn èèyàn náà tún wà nílẹ̀. So ó sì yẹ yá Mr. Alákí Abújù.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ, I'm quite just upset about this way this man acted because I've known him for quite a long time now. Cherry, the reason why in the next few days, ẹ máa rí pé àwọn passengers tó wà nínú airplane yẹn, wọ́n máa release àwọn videos kan síta. I want to believe, according to nǹkan tá à ń gbọ́, wọ́n kick out of that airplane ni. Ibẹ̀ ló ti dá ọtí sí wọn lára.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá mi ṣe máa ò kíkì ẹ̀ kò sí wọlé, kò sí wọnú yẹpọ̀ ẹ ti sọ́lẹ̀ kan yẹn náà, kò tí ì wọnú yẹpọ̀ kò ì wọnú plane.
Ibo ló ti dọ̀tí sí wọn lára.
Ní ìta, ẹ̀yìn níbi ìta wọ́n ti sọ̀kalẹ̀.
Pilot sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá pa out of respect ni.
No. This is a commercial plane now. Kò ń ṣe the private jet now. Pilot ṣe máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá bá.
Respect náà ni n ti pa wá ní.
No, mo disagree. Pilot kò ní ever sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá bá passenger. Inú plane yẹn ló ti máa. Pilot ti tó lọ. Pilot is going.
Kí pilot sọ.
If pilot is gonna, mi ò tí kà.
Ilé mẹ́rin mi kan nìkan ní I had to apply out of
Let can report to pilot and then you can have an informed opinion.
Okay. Because Sherry, important bí fi sọ kọsí mo sọ yìí, òun ni mò ń wo conventional protocol tí a máa ń follow, gbogbo wa la ń follow ẹ̀, gbogbo wa la.
Ẹ̀yin náà rí fáyín náà lágídí sí ẹ̀ ní
No, because nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ ni pé pilot ò lè sọ̀kalẹ̀ láti rí orí onínú jet láti wá bá wà sí on the ground. Pilot ò sì lè sọ̀kalẹ̀ náà. Even ẹni tó wá Air Force One kò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá bá president pé even kò ṣubú iṣẹ́ títí ẹ̀kọ́ nìyẹn. Even kí president ṣubú kí American president ṣubú pilot tó máa fly Air Force One kò ní wá sísàlẹ̀ wá put it up wá lift it up ọ̀kọ́ wá ẹ̀pẹ̀. So ẹ jẹ́ ká wà more logical about this stuff. Pilot ò ní wá bá Wàsíù ní terminal nísàlẹ̀ ní tarmac nísàlẹ̀ pé ẹ jọ sá ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọ kó wá dọ̀tí sí wọn lára níbẹ̀ yẹn. That is not the protocol, man.
ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan fún yín. To manage the situation and prevent further delay, I exited the cockpit ó kúrò ní ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ and approached Mr. Ayinde to engage him amicably. Without warning, he opened the flask and poured its contents on me. The security personnel and some nearby passengers, àwọn tó da kìíní yẹn sí lára nìyẹn o. So ó kúrò ní cockpit, ó dẹ̀ wá because tẹ́ bá wò wọ́n ìsàlẹ̀ yẹn náà wà tó fẹ́ board ibẹ̀ làwọn grand security ó tẹ̀ sọ pé ó ní the grand security ló stop Alhaji, the grand staff ló stop Alhaji. Àwọn náà request as per standard procedure to verify the content of the flask but he vehemently refused. Sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti ń clear fún yín díẹ̀ báyìí sùn.
Mr. Alake, èmi ò mí sí
Allow me to me.
I mean, so that's all. I live on also. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sharing you know, anywhere in the world, that is not a conventional procedure.
No, I disagree with you, sir. I disagree with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sherry, you can disagree. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Unless you want to otherwise with facts.
Okay, Sherry. The pilot máa sọ̀kalẹ̀. Wá bá èèyàn nínú nísàlẹ̀. Ó ní private jet. Kò ṣe commercial jet. Ni pilot máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá bá passenger nísàlẹ̀ pé you know what, I'm sorry, let's just go máa tó ìyẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ní commercial jet o mi ò gbọ́ rí.
That's not nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of that.
Most time, pilots are meant to make you as comfortable as you are. In fact, I don't think there's a specific law that says pilot cannot do X, Y, Z.
There's nothing like that to make you comfortable.
Hold on, sir.
Pilot to Wasisale. Don't shake hands on people. Don't make one feel warm.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Nino, yes. Pilot will step out from this cockpit or our cockpit that you are buying. So yes. Kò ṣe pé kí pilot sọ̀kalẹ̀ nínú plane kó lọ bá passenger nísàlẹ̀. Mi ò gbọ́ yẹn rí sá o. Mi ò gbọ́ yẹn rí o. Private jet.
I understand your
private jet. No, Mr. Hold on.
Ó yẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa fún ilé iṣẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan lẹ́jọ́ sẹ́jọ́ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn.
No, you shouldn't be interrupted. You're not sorry now. You're interrupted. You're sorry now. Yeah, I just can you know, just when I finish, then you speak. The matter objecting, objecting, so that's fine. No, sharing content is for man. To buy a private jet. Yes, pilot can actually step out. But if you take a commercial jet, the pilot must sọ̀kalẹ̀ nínú plane tó máa lọ bá passenger nísàlẹ̀ ní tarmac láti lè console or láti lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ mi ò gbọ́ rí. So that means pé wọ́n follow conventional procedure by doing that. Ìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé wá rí Mr. Wasiu? I am very, very disappointed. Like I said earlier, kò yẹ kó wà ní under his roof right now. Pilot has that right láti call security. Ó yẹ kó handcuff ẹ̀ kúrò níbẹ̀ yẹn right away ni kó wà nínú wọ́n máa combine ẹ̀ sí psychiatric hospital because ẹni tó bá normal kò ń ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. For few weeks somebody pé wà okay then the government will now try him and charge him to court. Wọ́n lè gba bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ o ó lè gba bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ ara eventually o but kò yẹ kó wà ní under his own roof now and there is no court wọ́n ti gbé lọ tó ń sọ pé wọ́n suspend it for 6 months. Court ló ní láti make decision yẹn they can make press conference they can give us the nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ but Wasiu Ayinde o should be in a confinement of bóyá psychiatric hospital ló wà ní o or kó wà ní jail cell right now. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n fẹ́ really jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ learn from it pé wọn kì í ṣe báyìí. Yes, like someone said kí ni wing yẹn kò lè gbá lórí is quite tall about almost 15 foot tall and Wasiu is about 5'7". So that behavior is quite absurd. I hope that you will learn from this. This is an outright embarrassment for the whole country. Thank you.
Amori?
Yes.
Before his submission, sorry, sir. Before his submission, there is something I want to say on what the last caller just said. There is what we call pre-check-in activities, which is also part of the, or maybe pre-flight checks, which pilots take charge of, but not directly. Mostly, a pilot does some of these things through the flight attendants. So you are not completely wrong, but there is no rule that says if a pilot attends to really passenger to make things, to make that passenger comfortable. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But the standard procedure, I think, is for the flight attendants to have done that. Thank you.
I'm going to have to research on it. Honestly.
Yeah. I think I like to say research, Gloria, because pilots.
Even sometime, that was what I wanted to say. You might be right to say that ideal because there are a series of people that can be in charge of that when it comes to normalcy and the rest, which is in order. But pilot, out of respect, she probably asked for Wasiu being a celebrity, a public figure, and the rest. I don't think it's out of bound for her to also say, there no person, please, with respect, blah, 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 blah. She might be doing that. I don't know where I love our Wasiu music.
I think I've seen it once. Although in a smaller commercial plane, I think we are on our way to Spain. Ọmọ kékeré kan ó wà ní ẹnu ọ̀nà ó ní anxiety problem ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí shake ó dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sunkún ìyá ẹ̀ ní kó wọlé everybody ní kó wọlé so it took the pilot láti come down kneel down bá sọ̀rọ̀ assure the girl was gonna because ọmọ mi máa ní anxiety problem tó bá fẹ́ fly which that's the case with that little girl. When you witness that she was probably around 8 or there about 9. She was crying. She doesn't want to enter the aircraft. Everybody was about to board. So she needs some assurance. The air hostess came down. Then the pilot actually won her over in the end. And in fact, everybody now started clapping for the girl and everything. And that happened many, many years ago anyway. So I've seen it once. And I don't know if there's any protocol.
Even before me, I've seen a situation when we landed. A pilot came to address all of us because there is this reaction from passengers that the pilot was flying at an altitude that is not palatable. Especially when she was supposed to make I don't know what is it with this female pilot. She was supposed to be maintaining a particular height at some point, but this pilot went above that height. So, plane passengers even me, I was like, well, because
if I may come in a little bit, US pilot here. Let's say hypothetically, Wasuayinde is an American citizen, or then she Nigerian, or more low whatever business to bani, Sherry pilot him as sue, civil lawsuit ni. No, they need to keep pilot here, go fly plane here, monjoye, because OT insulted mentally, psychologically, emotionally.
Sherry, the passengers on the plane are even lucky. They pilot here, who continue journey here, because to buy a oyiboni. Moda omi or whatever liquid form siniara kò ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ní enjoy ẹ̀ kò mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ́ dà sóhun lára and protocol even demands we need to take her to the hospital or clinic or where to check her bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí yàn tutọ́ sí yàn lára ó máa àìsàn àrùn tó wà lẹ́nu ẹni tó tutọ́ sí ẹ lára náà ó lè ní rabies ó lè ní oríṣiríṣi so ẹni tó bá da omi sí lára tí ò mọ the content nǹkan tó dà whether it's alcohol whether it's water whatever form pilot yẹn ní láti sọ pé kọ́kọ́ sọ pé but of course she continued with the journey.
Mr. Onyala, it's bullying, assault combined.
Yes. That's assault on its own.
He will be charged for almost 10 criminal offenses. He will be charged for an assault.
And for you to actually charge our aviation industry need a little bit of training.
Mr. He makes submission in Tony.
Give me 1 minute, man. So I think our aviation industry, what this just shows is that our aviation from top to bottom needs work to do in terms of the security. You know, Ewutebala in the airport, and everything, always breach all protocols known. You know, because and I think exactly this is what point of entry. I think so many people have said it, you know. So but I support the pilot, but of course, I do call the law.
Anyway, I think both of them were wrong because Bobo Itimi Agbade, Bobo lawyer, ó ti break down gbogbo laws to concern Wasiu àti to concern the pilot. Everybody was at fault. Even in a real case, hijacking ló yẹ kó mú Wasiu fún. Because he had not bothered anyway. What I read in the Punch, he had not bothered. So when he refused to do the normal check, so he wasn't in the plane. He was about to get in the plane. So when the pilot board, excluding him, because she actually went to speak to him when to calm things down, but so the pilot decided to let us take off because they're excluding him, and I think that's when he's trying to stop the plane. So do you want me to play the audio? Give submission. Okay, all right.
I just play it for us. So it's just part of education.
Yeah, it was just all the law.
Definitely, they will learn from it, and it will even allow them to make it their submission too. Let's just learn from it.
Let's learn.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let's hear.
Oh, okay.
So it will allow us to make a good submission.
1 minute.
Aircraft with a flask. Aeroplane stopper the first versus pilot to be. And if Moshe proceeded to board an aircraft with a flask containing a controversial liquid, water to him had come to the cabin crew. Cabin crew refused and Moshe from boarding. And Moshe would not take it. He attempted to stop the whole aeroplane. Pilot was like, what do you mean? Attempted to take off. Strict credibility saves an Moshe's life. What does it not say? On carriage of liquids, aerosols, and gels on an aircraft, it must be contained in a container not bigger than 100 ml, which must then be put in a transparent plastic bag that must be submitted for screening and approval of cabin crew. Section 45 Civil Aviation Act of 2022. Every person attempting to board an aircraft or in an aerodrome must submit himself and his baggage to the cabin crew for screening and approval. Failure, a fine of at least 500K. Section 75 of the Civil Aviation Act 2022, same act, trespass on aerodrome. Anybody boarding an aircraft or in an aerodrome is anyway designed for the takeoff, departure, movement of an aircraft. Anyone that trespasses in that area is a fine of at least 500K or at least 6 months imprisonment or both. Now, anybody that attempts or seizes or exercises control of an aircraft using intimidation or threat, or the threat is even believable, you just threaten to do it and it sounds believable, you commit an offense called hijacking under Section 83 of the Civil Aviation Act 2022. And the punishment is very simple. If guilty, liable to at least 25 million fine and life imprisonment. If you don't believe me, go and watch hijacking on Netflix and come back. This also includes accomplices, that is to say, people that were there, that were meant to do their job, and they neglected to do so. 2 portions of rights, you know where. Now to pilots to pay again. Pilots are superheroes. You are not allowed to go down sleep, even suffer heartbreak. Why will you allow them to break your spirit? Section 81, Civil Aviation Act 2022, where an aircraft is operated in such a way that can cause danger to any person, even in this instance, and even because he has the right to life. All property, whoever is the pilot of that aircraft and anybody responsible for safety of that aircraft commits an offense and is liable to a fine of at least 2 million naira or 2 years imprisonment or both. Fly away with that, fly away for. Section 85, assault, intimidation or interference with any crew member while they are doing their duty. This includes those of you that will be on flights. You will refuse. If what if you are lying? I hope you know it's minimum of 20K fine or 2 months imprisonment. See, this is very dominant. You will feel it. And if for which
that's it. So everybody was liable.
Okay, that is what the law says anyway.
Yeah.
But others will talk. But for me, since law has implicated everyone, the OT still borders on K1 and the security personnel that allow all other people to become victim of law. That's what I would say. So they all broke the law, but the initiator is Wasiu.
West is breaking the law here. West is breaking the law here. King Omoba.
Hello everyone. Good morning to you all. This is the real
Omoba.
But in Nigerian palace, Nigerian contest, I will not. Èmi náà nílò kan bí o létà máa pè ẹ́.
Moderator ńlá.
Tẹ̀lé ọlọ́run máa ṣọ́ wa. Àlùwàsí rẹ̀ ń téèyàn láìpẹ́. Mo ṣe gbogbo nǹkan táyé sọ ẹ. Tó bá ba mú fídíò ẹ̀ yẹn, tó bá ba fi sí àwọn international bó ṣe wà ẹ́, kò ní lè fò any airline international will carry. Nǹkan tó ṣe kì í ṣe ọkùnrin kéré ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ńlá ni.
We had to tag him so that his arrogance is so much so he can stop. Let them tag him.
Nàìjíríà máa fojú tó ti jẹ́ Yorùbá kó jẹ́ irú Haúsá gan ló wà lórí òyìnbó ṣe wà gan tẹ̀.
Let everybody tag them.
Àwa là ń wò pé nǹkan kékeré ló ṣe.
Madam ṣe ń gbọ́ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Madam ẹ kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé rí nǹkan tẹ́bi fẹ́ sọ a lot of people ń put the sentiment sí ọ̀rọ̀ Wasiu.
Ẹ̀yin interject èèyàn ẹni sùn.
Ẹ má bínú òkè mà.
Ṣé kì í ṣe pé ọ̀rọ̀ ìta sí tẹ́símẹ̀tì èèyàn sọ? Ṣóyè yín èèyàn lé ní wọ́n lè fún òun kò lè máa wọ́kẹ́ ọmọ wà rúru. Àtàwọn yìí ṣe adájọ́ kì í ṣe bọ̀ bó ṣe wà ẹ́ nǹkan tá a ṣe la ṣe rí. Ọtí ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó máa end there. That is just it. And the lady that comes down, ẹgbẹ́ mo sọ pé ó possible nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé ó right. Ó wá sísàlẹ̀ ó gbọ́n because in the first place kò yẹ kó tẹ̀ dé ọ̀kadẹ̀. Because that plane was already running. Leaving your own running plane coming down, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ńlá nìyẹn. And two again, pẹ̀lú bó ṣe wà ẹ́, tó bá jẹ́ irú abroad ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ó lè má ṣiṣẹ́ fún month, ó lè ní òun tó fẹ́ retire because ṣọ́ọ̀kì ni. Tó jọ òyìnbó lásán, mo gbọ́ngbà tí mọ́mú àkàn sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu pé ó ní bọ́ọ̀sì ọ̀tọ́ ní wọ́n sọ pé òun ò tiẹ̀ free money. Lọ́mọ ọ̀rọ̀ pàtìyàwó ò lè pe ibi iṣẹ́ pé bó ṣe wà ò tiẹ̀ wà ó fi mọ́ pé ó ti wà. Ká máa sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ tó fẹ́ gbé plane fò. Èlèyàn ṣàdúrí yẹn fún. Nàìjíríà náà la fi ń wò. Àpé Wasiu ó sì lẹ́nu ni. Àwọn tó yìí ń wò náà ló yìí ń wò.
Madam ṣe ń gbọ́ mi. Madam ṣe ń gbọ́ mi. Madam ṣe ń gbọ́ mi. Ẹ wo ẹ káàárọ̀ madam. Mo láti bí kíní fún yàn kọ́ máa mi ṣe operate bí mọ gbogbo TikTok àbí kíní lò. So mo láti jẹ́ kí n dá sí. A lot of people put the sentiments. Ẹlòmíì ti kú Nàìjíríà ó ti pẹ́. Kò àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kó pick one or two things kó learn. Àwọn èèyàn ń put aside. Ìlú yìí Western world. Ìlú yìí Western world. Western world náà ló gbé wa débi tí Trump bá gbogbo wa dé yìí. Western world. Kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ Western world? Kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ Western world? Èèyàn gbé mọ́tò àmọ́ tí ó á pa àwọn tó ń bọ̀ láti ibi iṣẹ́. Èèyàn gbé ìbọn ó wọnú ibì kan lọ pa àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Ṣé torí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwa kò ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn tó súnmọ́ wa? Kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ Western world? Kí ni Wasiu ṣe? Ibi mo gbà mo lọ Nàìjíríà February. Mo lọ sí presidency wọ́n kọ tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì mi kí n wá sí Abuja. Plane ìwé ni mo wọ̀. Plane òṣì blue jet yìí. Mo gbàdúrà títí bí ẹjọ́ fi dé Abuja ni. Orí tarmac náà ti máa board. Kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún Wasiu wọ́n ti mí ní ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ because Alhaji máa ń gbé kọ́ọ̀pù yẹn rìn kiri kọ́ọ̀pù ọtí ẹ̀ yẹn tó bá ń bọ̀ nílé mi ní California Wasiu máa gbé kọ́ọ̀pù yẹn dání tó bá ti ṣí báyìí tó yẹ pé omi kékeré ló wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n lè jẹ́ kó gbé lọ because Alhaji náà ní health problem tó náà face kátẹ̀wá gẹ́ pọ́tì ló wà nú ẹ̀ bí alùpùpù thirty nọtí $4,000 kò fẹ́ dànù ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti kọjá láti ẹnu ọ̀nà airport yẹn ooru wọn máa ń mú yín jẹ máa fi bọ́lẹ̀ nínú òjò báyìí láti rìn dénú támákì plane yẹn báyìí ṣe ló gbèdì ẹnu lọ sókè báyìí woman kan sọ pé orí támákì náà ti máa ń board àwa tá lọ ní ìjẹmọ́ gbogbo àwa tá wà nínú plane náà ẹ̀yìn aṣọ rọ̀kì ní gbogbo wa lọ gbàtà wọnú mọ́tò tó ń fi mọ́tò gba látẹnu ọ̀nà lọ sí inú ilé lọ́hùn mo tó wọn pa mo rélé inú plane tẹ́ bá rí plane yẹn pilot ẹ máa wò pàkó ẹbí pé kẹgbà lọ́gọ̀ báyìí ni ẹ máa wò pàkó plane yẹn kò lè fò lamẹ́ríkà láyé kò sí anywhere western world tí plane yẹn ti lè fò ẹ máa jókòó tira yín báyìí bí pé wọ́n kó apò bíi ṣáwá báyìí ni so wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti ń rojọ́ ni lady yẹn ṣe bọ́lẹ̀ wálẹ̀ wá bá wà sí sọ̀rọ̀ because bóòlù ẹ̀ ní gbogbo wọn wọ̀ kò sí olówó lẹ́gùnú plane yẹn so wọn àtọ́ ń bọ̀ tata bọ́lẹ̀ tán àrìn lọ támà tẹ́ bá níbi tá a rìn lọ nínú bẹ́ẹ̀ lójó ṣáwà sí wa lórí mo ní irú ṣé nàìjíríà lélẹ́yìí ẹnu ọ̀nà yẹn lọ́tí máa wo bọ́dí pa sí tọ́tí máa wò ó ti mú kọ́ọ̀pù yẹn lọ because ó frequent lákùn àbújá lẹ́nu ijọ́ mẹ́ta yìí wọ́n ti mí yẹn pé kí ló mú lọ bí àwọn kan ti complain nínú plane yẹn pé ṣe bí wàásù ló mú nǹkan wọlé yìí ṣe bí kíní kan òun náà fi dúró de ẹ máa ń ká máa wo kí ní íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ká máa believe pé íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì gbogbo ẹ̀ ló right so ìbínú mẹ́ lòun náà fi máa ó lè ti yó ó lè máa wà at the right good state of mind at that time ó lè ti yó ní ilé ìdílé ṣe bọ́lẹ̀ wá lọ́ ṣe wá ṣe orí fífọ́ lògùn níbi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣèbí pilot kan ló gbé àwọn èèyàn nítorí ó ní problem pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ẹ̀ lé tó pa èèyàn 23 tó lọ lárí mú àpáta ẹ jẹ́ ká máa take nǹkan easy nàìjíríà 65 years America ti lo 260 something 76 tó ti dàbí independent ẹ bí yàtọ̀ tó wà nù ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe sùúrù ká máa fọ́ lóbi yẹn sọ́lẹ̀ kan pé òun frequent traveller lòun plane yẹn ó jẹ́ kó báńdì ẹ̀ nàìjíríà ní kọ́ lọ wọnú ẹ̀ kọ́ lọ wọ plane yẹn bó ṣe rí ṣé kò sáà nọ́dà plane tó lè gbéyàn láti èkó tó lọ àbújá ni àwọn lady ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí wàá gbé plane yẹn ó tún wá fly wọ́n tún jẹ́ kó lọ.
King moto yẹn kọ́ fẹ́ béèrè question lọ́wọ́ Isha you say you want to ask question.
ní question o King moto lọ́rọ̀ jẹ́ sọ yìí níṣẹ́ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí.
King moto ẹ ṣe gan.
máa mú wa mímọ̀.
The standard of value jet tẹ̀rí Nigeria is reality of Nigerian economic situation, which Quam 1 is also part of. The standard operating procedure of value jets tẹ̀rí Nigeria is the quality of men and the quality, the quantity of salary that match the standard of services that value jet is rendering in.
Question lè ilé fẹ́ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn.
Ṣé wá ní anybody? Òun náà ni mo ń lọ. Ṣé wá rí téèyàn bá fẹ́ wọ inú plane, àbó fẹ́ wọnú bus, àbó fẹ́ wọnú mọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀? Ṣé personal life ẹ̀ ló máa fi dictate standard operating procedure ibi tó fẹ́ wọ̀ ni? Àbó máa comply with the rules and regulations tí wọ́n set fún gbogbo wa Nàìjíríà. Tí aláàjì bá gbé kọ́ọ̀pù dání tí wọ́n ti used to and the law does not allow it. So are you saying that value jet must bend the rules because of aláàjì? Thank you.
Good, okay. Wẹ́sẹ̀ kí á sábẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé mo pé wọ́n àyẹ̀ náà sọ pé támàkì náà ti máa ń board. A lot of security tó yẹ kán check wọn yìí ni pé ó mú kinní yẹn bọ̀ picture náà máa bá yà. Tẹ bá ti bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ẹ máa rìn bíi warm house kẹ́ tó lọ wọ plane yẹn ní tarmac. Ẹnu ọ̀nà ní pilot máa wà tí gbogbo yín tẹ̀sí máa mú fún wọn tó máa ti máa wọlé. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn senator yìí gbogbo àwọn people in charter flight wọn fi wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́? None of them tó lè fún plane yẹn because that plane is whole ibi mọ̀ kọ́tà Alhaji ṣe inú ẹ̀. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa náà yẹ in western world. Alhaji had $150,000 tó gbé wá láti Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ wá fi ra mọ́tò ní Amẹ́ríkà. Ó fa wàhálà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá náà wọ́n dé wọn pọ̀lọ́pàá fún ní Bank of America. Tí wọ́n mú lọ ní nǹkan tó sọ right. So mi lè máa go into details of that.
Okay, sọ fún wa pé jet yẹn ó kéré láti jẹ́ kí Alhaji wọ̀ tó rẹ̀ náà.
Kò jẹ́ kí wọ́n mi ìmọ̀ padà.
Èló ni wọ́n máa ń wọ̀ sà?
Yẹ́pẹ́ bí 20K 10,000 20K mo wò tó máa gba ṣó Àbújá wà gba ṣó gidi.
Now this one is for Nigeria.
Mo sọ mi mọ̀ mo kàn sọ mi ìjọba mo náà ẹgbọ́n mi ìjẹ̀bi break information but ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀ kì í sọ fún gbogbo àwọn sẹ́nitọ̀ yẹn ẹ̀ lè sọ fún pé kì í àmọ̀ máa bọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Mo ló yí sí jù tó lóun náà lọ bú fáwọn.
Ẹ sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ yín lálàájì. Ẹ lọ́rẹ́ yín lálàájì.
Ìsọpẹ́ ẹ̀ máa bá ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni bọ̀ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ ló ń jẹ́ kí n máa sọ pé tó bá gbé Nàìjíríà.
Ó bá ọ̀rẹ́ yín lálàájì ẹ wá sọ pé
bí ìdí fún ti bá làájì oṣù ọ̀rẹ́ mi èèyàn mi gidi ni tó bá súnmọ́ ẹ̀.
That's what you're supporting me.
No, madam.
kan bọ̀ àbí kankan gbogbo àwọn bíi 5-6 wá kóra wọn sínú ẹ̀. Davido náà tó máa ń fly lọ charter flight gbogbo wọn mi máa ń padà jí máa wọrú bridget yẹn. Mo gba àdúrà tí mo fi bọ́lẹ̀ ẹnu plane yẹn ni Ọlọ́run bá jẹ́ wọ̀ mọ́. Nígbà tí tó fẹ́ kọ́ padà fún wa sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mo mọ̀ pé kí padà by road.
Bàbá mi elólẹ́wọ̀ ọjọ́ tẹ wọ̀. Mi ìmọ̀ bí mo ṣe máa put ẹ̀ bá sùn mọ́ ẹ̀rẹ́ ìṣẹ́jú. Elólẹ́wọ̀ oníjọ́sẹ̀ wọ̀.
Èmi kọ́ mo sọ pé àti rọ́ọ̀kì náà ti kọ́ fèmí. Mo lọ rí èèyàn ní aṣọ. Wọ́n máa kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo adé débẹ̀ ní 9 alẹ́. Ẹrú ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ̀mí mi ṣe gùn tí mo fi débẹ̀ mo ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé wọ Ọlọ́run tí bá bọ́ọ̀lù ẹnu pléènì yìí mi ní padà pẹ̀lú pléènì yìí. Ṣé ń gbàdá dé débẹ̀ 9 alẹ́ wọ́n wá fi mọ́tò kó wa? Mo wá rí pé gbogbo ọ̀tá yọ̀ wáyé náà ibi tó náà ni.
Ẹ wá mú kick motor ó ti ṣe.
Sister Amori, please, I have a question to ask him, please.
Okay, Oya, go ahead.
King Motors, sorry, good afternoon, everyone. King Motors, good afternoon, sir. I just want to confirm something. I think I'm aligning with what Mr. Ishak has said earlier on. Good enough, you said you live abroad. Good. So, is it proper for someone to bring in a flax into the body area? Is it proper for the person to bring a flax? If you're to be in America, would they allow you to bring liquid substance and pass through the body area? Would they clear you?
Okay. Ṣé question ilẹ̀ below me?
Yes.
Ìgbà tá a lọ sí Las Vegas, he had a cup. A dẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ plane ní Ontario ní California. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé omi tó wà nínú ẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù control díẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ da kíní yẹn, ó dẹ̀ da díẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀. Ìkan náà ní ẹni tí ẹsẹ̀ tún yarí fẹ́ pé kò lè lọ sẹ́ẹ̀. A dẹ̀ lókè. Ṣèbí kéèsì èèyàn kan ní báàgì kékeré kan lọ́wọ́ bíi báàgì tó máa ń cross bag yẹn. A dẹ̀ fi sínú a dẹ̀ check ẹ̀ wá, a dẹ̀ check ẹ̀ yín. Bọ̀pá tá à ń padà bọ̀, wọn ò question wa.
They will never allow you to take liquid.
Yeah, ó mú lọ. Àwọn ọlọ́wọ́ wọn náà check ẹ̀ yín. Bàtà ń padà bọ̀, he had that flax wọ́n gbé padà.
But at the point.
No, lady mo sọ fún pé ìkan náà TSA yẹn, ìkan náà TSA lady kan ó yarí. Ó ṣàpariwo ó yarí kan lẹ̀ pèsè. Perfume tó ti dé half gan. Ó ní àlè mú perfume yẹn lọ. Aláti mú perfume yẹn. Àfọ̀ sínú bin yẹn. Bàtà ń padà bọ̀, he had that cup. Tẹ́ bá wọ gbogbo show, àbí ibi tí Alhaji máa ń lọ, he had that cup. Wọ́n ti mí ní ẹ̀jẹ̀.
So this is the face of the person that came. And this one is for our country. So these are the people that's going to go in our country. See there.
All right.
Now this one. Oh, now this one. Okay. Now these people. And that is all our country. See there? Okay.
The fact that they give discretion for someone to do something which is contrary to the law, if you obey, in line with international airline policies, it's not allowed. And there's a reason for it. If you feel you want to have special treatment, where you want to be able to have luxuries to take, you have the option of taking a private jet. That way, to an extent, they can bend some of the international rules for you, because it's now you and the airlines or the air crew that are actually chartering you. And then there's a risk assessment that they can take, and it's okay, you know what, we can take that risk. But a public and international are going to be in it. Why should they give you preferential treatment by breaking the rules? If tomorrow, God forbid, if that plane had crashed, on the basis of certain things or some certain exceptions, is this the story we'll be saying? That because of the length one, that is why they give the exception. Let's understand that these are public. A lot of people from different walks of life that are charging that plane, they have families also. So should they grant exceptions to one man by bending the rule because he's an important personality? Or should they grant that exception because you said, or in actual fact, they're actually breaking the rules? The law is the law. If the law says don't do this something, if you know you cannot comply with what the law says, you have the alternative of taking a private jet now. But why do you want to endanger the life of so many people with their families dependent on them just because you feel you have that level of importance and you have that level of influence? Even if you know the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that should not to an extent make you feel you can break the law. It is that sense of entitlement that we have as Nigerians. Because that is Sheni. Once we get into Nigeria, we begin to exercise that authority and influence. A lot of things that will comply as normal people abroad. By the time we get to Nigeria, we carry that Nigerian chaotic mentality into Nigeria because of status. So because he's important now, we should not like other passengers of the plane because they meant him or 1 million. Is that the argument you are giving? Ṣé èrò pé tó bá pé nǹkan kan lọ ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ ìtẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọwọ́ àgbà bá ṣẹlẹ̀.
Èèyàn bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ if I mute you, don't mute because tí èèyàn bá ti fẹ́ give submission, you allow that person to give the formation. So tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti give submission títí ẹ̀tàn tó ti sọ gbogbo ẹ̀tàn. If there's any question you want to write, you can go ahead. Bí ìtàjẹ́sí ẹ má bàa pé à ń ṣe ní live lórí Facebook náà. So tí bá mute yín fún ìjà fún anything, mo mute yín so that àwọn tó wà lórí Facebook náà lè máa gbọ́ yín. Kíní yẹn lánàá wà kan ọdẹ gbogbo àlè ṣe lórí Facebook. That will be so and we are all mature here. Someone say, why you missing me? Why you dropping me? I drop some people. Tí bá ti rí pé ẹ ti ń kọ́ sí nǹkan tó tẹ̀lé náà, I will drop you. It's not because mo hate yín. So that àwọn tó wà lórí Facebook náà máa enjoy ẹ̀. Àwọn míì náà wà tó tún stream wa, àwọn yẹn náà máa enjoy ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti sọ platform wa lẹ́nu jù ẹjọ́. Mo ti sọ kí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ show yìí, mo ní pé owó tó wá sí wọn pé ò ní sùúrù. Jẹ́ ká excuse ara wa díẹ̀. So that téèyàn bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má máa kó síra wa lẹ́nu. Àwọn èèyàn wà ń bíbà àwọn fẹ́ gbọ́. So ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ ń kó sẹ́ni yẹn lẹ́nu on the get point yín. Mo show wa téèyàn kan kọ́ sí lánàá, èmi gan mo wà disappointed. Àwọn èèyàn kò kó sọ̀rọ̀ ní gbọ́gbọ́gbọ́gbọ́ mi gan náà àṣewèrè èmi gan múra mi bẹ̀ náà. So ti yẹ yín ẹjọ́, kò ń ṣe pé mute yín for anything. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ ká respect ara wa. Ọjọ́ sá mọ́ mi yẹn dájú.
Amadi, please, I want Purity to help me address one issue. Purity, please, madam.
Okay.
2. Because common ní a fi platform wa lọ discredit value jet. Kings came up to say play wọn ò dáa, play wọn ò ṣe kinní kan.
I don't want this. Beauty don't address it. They should not address this. They should move on. Any other person.
Okay. All right. The second part I have to read.
Their own submission.
The second part I have to read is this. The Washu was very wrong. You don't attach self-importance. If you feel you are bigger than everybody and are bigger than the law, you have the choice now. Go and buy a private jet where you command your crew as to what you want to do. But as it relates to, a plane, a commercial plane, you have to abide by the international laws and rules because of safety. If something happens tomorrow and that plane crashes, now nobody is going to say, oh, this. They will blame the airline for allowing you to bring that thing inside the aircraft. That's just as simple as that. The second part I would say is the pilot, as much as she was infuriated and she was angry, she didn't have that right to taxi that plane. I think, yes, maybe emotions would have come into it, but she didn't have that right to taxi because at the end of the day, you are also supposed to preserve life. That is what the whole international, law and safety is. So if you have somebody that is being unruly, the next thing for you to do is to alert security. Let them come and carry him out of the scene. Let them take him out before you did that. What she did then, if anything had happened to him, he has a right to sue Value Jet for it, irrespective of the fact that, yes, he was wrong. He will sue them and he will make money from it. Even from what I saw, that he had to bend, because if he hadn't bent, the wings of the plane could have probably caused, maybe an impact on his body. He can, on that basis of that video, still sue them. So she's actually exposed, and because she's a pilot, exposing your company to such could also impact her career-wise. Let's call it spade here. If nobody would exonerate one for the other, they are both guilty. King Washua is guilty for his misconduct, and I think it's not just only banning him alone. That shouldn't just be the only thing they should do to him. They should actually institute an action against him for it. But the pilot also was wrong also. Because this is actually ground, it's not in the plane. There are certain things that we have to understand here. Our jurisdictions, when it comes to controlling as a pilot, is in the plane. Any commotion, and even that she's not supposed to do so much, but to alert security for them to come and take necessary action if the plane is still on ground. If the plane is mid-air, in the air, then she has some level of, authority, because at that point in time she was the captain in that particular plane. But the fact that the plane hasn't yet taxied and it's still on ground, she didn't have any right to do what she did. She should have actually called airport security for them to be able to manage the same thing. So they are both guilty. Let's not exonerate the one for the other. They are both guilty.
If you want to one see and they inside the lagoon, whether na lagoon
in terms of career advancement, because no airline
inside the zoo
would allow such to happen, irrespective of the amount of frustration. That's why a lot of all these airlines and air crew, they go through trainings from time to time, emotional training, emotional control. They do all that emotional people management, because they know that you have different types of customers, you have different kinds of people that would want to frustrate you and work you up, and you're supposed to keep calm and control, irrespective of the level of and penalized for it also, in both cases.
Paco, but no any Paco going to work. Don't address any issue.
No, I'm not addressing no.
Don't just talk about I understand this platform rule. Don't just talk anything somebody talk. What's he? I just can move.
It's not 10K, it's not 20K. It's okay. 300,000.
Where's to?
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's it.
You have to be giants in anything you are doing. You have to stand on your leg. Don't let people to come and take for you and say, I'm a one platform then. I'm a giant. Yeah.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. View nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láti nǹkan bíi 2-3 days. And the last speaker, I've said it well, without sentiment. Àwọn méjèèjì ló jẹ̀bi, but mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ blame pilot here. Imagine kó jẹ́ pé on the motion, on the air, ni passenger kan ló rule sí. Ṣé bó ṣe máa finance máa fly yẹn ni on the air? Bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé there's a boundary between the passenger and the pilot. But what he show control provocation ẹ̀. So ó jẹ̀bi kò yẹ kó move rárá. He's supposed to even someone is saying the grand marshal ló fún ní go ahead. So the grand marshal ló sọ pé yes, the ground is free, kó taxi. Yes, ìyẹn yàtọ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé yẹn dẹ̀ ni, that grand marshal need to be fired. So tó bá yẹ pé grand marshal kan ló sọ gbogbo wọn and those people, those officials tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn àti pilot yẹn lọ ẹ̀kọ́ sanction. That is one. 2, exposure marshal 1 kò tí ì tó. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni owó. Even though someone is saying kó lọ gbé private jet, even taking private jet, there are some things that cannot go into the private jet. Despite you are the owner of your private jet, the rules still involve where you must obey some certain objects that need to be in that private jet. Not to talk of a flight that is being controlled by rules and regulation of the federation. So, and you now stood there and over that plane you drew. And that is what we are saying. That is the lawless country tower. Everything is politicized. Everything is corrupt. The judiciary system is corrupt. The police, the law enforcement agency is corrupt. Lower affected one way or the other. Like people are used to say, true. In fact, that Palot will not move and on my bundle was you come any. On my bundle at Moakumbe, what alone go to mental check up. On Kotale, she near another in the diaspora, machine in Nigeria, just because that country is the lowest country, just because VIP, just because I know president, just because I know governor. And it's a learning call for us. Yes, they are billionaires, they are VIP, they are everything. But yes, it's simple. Humbleness.
respect is reciprocal for everybody. Jẹ́ kí n buttress point yín. Jẹ́ kí n buttress point ibi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ UK. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ pé tí mo lè dárúkọ tẹ́ pé wọ́n okay, so long ni mo ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tí n bá ní level of tolerance I get me wọ́n tẹ̀tí ní kí n kó mbẹ̀ yẹn n tọ́ lórí ìjọba pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá bá dé gan tó máa wo CCTV camera mo ti rí ọlọ́pàá tó tàpù mí lẹ́yìn pé you are doing a great job ibi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì tó last mbẹ̀ ni 1 month 2 months mo ti lo 6 months mbẹ̀ ìyẹn là ń pè ní humbleness àtọmọdé láti value láti wò pé ìwé kúrò àbẹ̀tẹ̀ thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Deeply fire sí wá látàárọ̀ àṣé mo ti gbé yín sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan difa queen ẹ̀dà nǹkan àǹtí àmọ́rin
ẹ ṣe gan-an
ẹ ká sọ máa ẹ ká sọ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wá sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan
mi mọ bí mo ṣe tún kúrò lórí láìfẹ́ yẹn.
Yes, sáré sọ̀rọ̀ sọ ẹ̀dà ẹ̀ má bìí ẹjọ́ kọ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ yá.
Okay. Mo kí gbogbo ilé o, ẹ ká sọ o láti bíbí ayé o. The host, the panelists and the commenters. You guys are doing a very good job. Ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ò ní pọ̀ rárá. Nǹkan tèmi kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wo from the angle of a sane country. Tó bá jẹ́ pé country tí gbogbo nǹkan ti ń work ní everything ti tó ṣe wà bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe wà. Èmi feel pé nǹkan tálàjì ṣe ní time yẹn ó wrong 100% because ìgbà tó ti sọ pé nǹkan jẹ́ law I think it should be law tó bá ní kéèyàn má gbé nǹkan wọlé at least wọ́n pass through TSA wọ́n pass through gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ sì gbé kinní yẹn wọlé it is very very wrong okay àwọn ẹnìkan sọ pé bóyá wọ́n ti bribe wọn láti ta àbí nǹkan èmi lè sọ fún yín categorically pé nítorí bí alhaji status bọ́n ṣe jẹ́ mo sure yìí pé wọn lè fọwọ́n kọ̀ọ̀kan fún anybody níbẹ̀ yẹn because everybody bá ṣe eré wọn láti máa ṣe alhaji ẹ̀mọ́ ti yẹn pé he is a well known person in the country. ṣé n gbọ́ mi ma
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìpè torí
bí wọ́n ṣe jẹ́ ní country everybody máa fọ́ sára already pé alhaji ẹ jẹ́ kó kọjá wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè fún anybody ní kọ́bọ̀ mbẹ́ yẹn tó fi kọjá tó fi dé ibi tó ti fẹ́ bọ́ọ̀dì yẹn okay fine wọ́n ti wá débi tó ti fẹ́ bọ́ọ̀dì nìyẹn pilot wá bá yín wọ́n tún bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nítùbínùbí ẹ sì sọ pé rárá ẹ wá dàkíní yẹn sẹ́ni yẹn lára it's very very wrong everybody ló ní dignity everybody ló dẹ̀ ní some level of respect téèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ accord fúnra wa bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ president àbí wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀kan tó yẹ pé wọ́n wà highly influential ó sì yẹ kó sì respect pilot yẹn to a reasonable extent èmi fi pé torí pé alhaji fi pé àwọn mọ̀yàn ló kọ́ sẹ́ni tó lè dáwọn dúró òun náà sì ní kankan ṣe yẹn and this is a life example irú nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi náà rí níbí báyìí ní Amẹ́ríkà tí mo wà níbí báyìí mo ń wá via ẹni tó bá mọ Dallas Texas dáadáa wọ́n máa mọ̀ pé there is this transportation company tó ń pè ní via mo ti wá rí nígbà yẹn mo gbé client kan ni ó kàn dé bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wá hyper ó kàn ń pariwo ó kàn ń ṣe pé ibi tó yẹ kí ti drop nǹkan ni mo ti drop kíní kan support sọ fún wa yìí pé tá a bá ti nírú àwọn client báyẹn you call them you call support immediately tá a bá ti pè wọ́n báyìí the next thing for you to do is to call the police bí mo ṣe pé ọlọ́pàá kò wọ́ 2 minutes ọlọ́pàá bíi 4 ti dé okay kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún wọn àlàyé ìfẹ́ kí n sọ wọn níbì kan bí ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé mi ò gbọdọ̀ sọ níbẹ̀ pé destination báyìí ni mo ti gbọdọ̀ sọ immediately ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi are you okay are you back wọ́n ti ń béèrè pé ṣé mo wà okay ṣé mo okay mentally psychologically do I feel safe ṣé mo ṣì lè gbé customer yẹn débi tó ń lọ ṣé ni mo ń sọ fún wọn pé mi ò lè continue èmi náà wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pété because mo mọ̀ pé law ń work nílùú tí mo wà yìí mo wá sọ fún wọn pé mi ò lè kúrò níbi tí mo wà yìí pé mo ti ń feel threatened mo ti ń feel bí ẹni pé mo ti ń heart mi ti ń beat gan like I was not feeling myself again they had to tell the client the customer to alight from that bus ipe look this person cannot take you any further because at this time she's at risk tí mo bá gbé ó lè lù mí now tí mo bá gbé ó lè yọ̀bọ sí mi kò sí kan tí ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ so wọ́n ní láti jẹ́ ó separate àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n dẹ̀ ní láti jẹ́ kẹ́ni yẹn máa lọ mo dẹ̀ continue pẹ̀lú ride mi so nírú bí tí nǹkan ti nírú country tí nǹkan ti ń work nírú nǹkan báyẹn ti lè ṣẹlẹ̀ but nírú Nàìjíríà yẹn tá a bá sọ pé ipe dandan ó yẹ kálàjì kí pilot yẹn gbé alájì tálàjì bá wọnú plane yẹn tálàjì bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní constitute nǹkan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo nǹkan náà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo aráwọn èèyàn gan nínú flight yẹn mà aráwọn èèyàn nínú flight yẹn tó jẹ́ pé bóyá ẹlòmíì gan bóyá ó sick gan ẹlòmíì gan lè wọ̀ medication tó yẹ pé kò fi ariwo ó kàn fẹ́ surreal environment tí alájí wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní.
dẹ̀ ọmọ jẹ́ ó kàn lè bọ̀ àdìsátẹ̀ kó lọ wà kú wà gan kó ru gbogbo wọn dànù àdéhùn. So we can't risk like 100 people's life just because of one person, all in the name of being influential. I think it is very, very abnormal. So for this reason, I will say Alhaji is at fault. And then you don't preach for your generation. What they about Mamu playing the water and like it's very, very wrong. We are disgusted. We are not happy with this attitude at all for a grown-up man. And I think he should do better. Also, he's well traveled. You know, all the civilized countries. Mo ti gbọ́ ọmọ mi travel tó sọ pé ọmọ mi bíi 2 year old lọmọ yẹn gbà yẹn mo gbé bọ́tù lẹ̀ dání wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé mi ò lè gbé liquid yẹn kọjá wọ́n ní bébì lélẹ́yìí ó máa ní ìdẹ kíní kan kó ń ṣomi tẹ́ máa fún wa ní plane wọ́n ní no ipe mi ò lè gbé liquid yẹn kọjá I had to drop it you know because it is working in this country tí mi ò bá drop ẹ̀ wọ́n lè já mi lẹ̀ you know anything can happen mo lè miss flight mi so I think we should do better I think Alhaji should do better and I'm not gonna say anything about the pilot because èmi ò mọ lọ́ọ̀ tó ń fo plane but ṣe mo èmi kò fẹ́ mo confess in a layman language pé okay o Alhaji àgbàlagbà ni wọn nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ó wrong God bless every one of us and Auntie Amori thank you so much for allowing me on your platform I appreciate you thank you. Edda.
Thank you Amori mo kí yín mà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin panelist o àti àwa tí a wà ní window. The comment section. Eshigon, what happened 2 days ago is a show of shame on the part of Alhaji Wasiu. It is very disgraceful.
See why I dropped it. Imagine, man drop what Thomas news.
And no shame got me, man. Okay. Show of shame.
No, it is na rock boy they talk to Manuela.
And it was nothing but pure arrogance.
Arrogance.
Ego. Philofemu is 68-year-old man.
Imagine.
For whatever reason. 68-year-old man. Sheer dumb and stupidity. That's what Bruce want to play. Alhaji is well traveled.
Maybe my wife.
Arizona, Las Vegas, is pure garbage. The rules are the rules. Alhaji can create a separate set of rules for him because he believes he is above the law. I want to
that people cut his head to waste. I mean,
on the screen wọlé ó yẹ kó ti gba kíní yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ èmi pass through Abuja airport yẹn at least once a year I don't live in Nigeria but I go there at least once a year tó ń bá sọ pé kíní yìí ò lè gbé wọlé ibi tó ti screen wọn lókè yẹn kó tó gba gate sọ̀kalẹ̀ lọ sí ibi tó ti máa board plane ló yẹ kó ti gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn so those guys there should be held.
They should sack them.
Accountable too.
No, your head accountable. Sack all of them. Even ban them for flying.
To carry on board, check in this island. Okay, I gave it to them. So, of course, it wasn't water. Alcohol or something else. Now, wọ́n wá sọ fún ẹ láti ìgbàgbọ́ òkè ó mọ̀ wọ́n rí because of your social status àwọn yẹn aláwọ̀ lókè ó wá dé sàlẹ̀ tó ti fẹ́ board wọ́n ní no ẹ wo ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ nǹkan kan ní Nàìjíríà we are running a country of men not of laws and until we have that paradigm shift that the law is the law is the law regardless of who is involved. We are not going to have any headway in Nigeria. It is for the safety of everybody. What to imagine plastic no one to fellow hot any color plane. What are you ó wá lọ dúró síwájú plane. Èmi ti rò pé bàbá ní èpè kan lọ́wọ́ tó máa fi dá plane dúró. Àṣírọ́ ní gbogbo àti Why did he dock? Ó bá mọ̀ pé òun fẹ́ bá wọn fà á. nígbà tí plane yẹn move wáyé tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ò lárí mọ́ wíńdì yẹn ó wá rí pé ó wá rí rate.
The smoke is okay, everybody.
The law applies.
Why you run?
The law applies to regular individuals, but not to Wasiu. Weeks ago, the president of Tanzania,
Yes, now.
She had to return to Tanzania. Oh, I don't do the law in jail. Wasiu is constitute nuisance in Beye. Senses. Ló máa allow irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn on board pẹ̀lú gbogbo wàhálà tó ń fà ń sàlẹ̀ yẹn. Bọ́tẹ̀ wá ni wọ́n ṣẹ́tù ẹ̀. He would not go on that flight. Ó máa lọ mú mi ní.
Okay, release. I saw it on Facebook on Ajike Adedale.
Ṣé kí Tinubu wá bá àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni or what? Tó bá fẹ́ máa ṣe nǹkan tó wù ẹ́, go get your own private jet. Value jet is not a bad airline. The plane is good. Bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò mọ value jet ni. It's premium.
You see that's where it goes to?
Wasiu ní lọ́ọ̀kì pé kò ń ṣe bigger plane. Tí àwọn engines ẹ̀ wá on the wings.
Oh!
Tó bá rẹ̀ fún engine yóò máa sọ̀kè into the engine ó lọ nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fi orí pípé ṣe. SARS. Just because you are Wasiu, you are connected to everybody who has a name in Nigeria. Kò mean kò wà above the law. Tó bá jẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó ní ibi tó ti respect the law, àwọn tó wà ń sàlẹ̀ wọn máa wọ.
Kí wọ́n tó sọ pé ó ní tí pilot bá ti ń wá pilot nìyẹn pé ọmọ rí ògo.
Irọ́ gbogbo yẹn irọ́ ni now. Everybody that knows olójó rẹ̀ wà sí gbogbo. Àwọn kan ṣe é sọ pé
wáyé lómi alábù tí wáyé lómi.
Pẹ̀lú Wasiu rí.
Lórí platform mi.
Èmi ti wọ plane wá láti London wá sí Èkó.
Ìbádùn brother ìjọ.
Mo ti wọ plane pẹ̀lú Wasiu láti London wá sí Èkó rí years ago. Gbogbo rules ló máa obey. Kò máa gbé nǹkan kan dání. Ó ní medical condition. Àìmọye èèyàn tó ní medical conditions. If you need water, wọ́n máa fún ẹ lórí plane yẹn. And besides, how long is the flight from Abuja to Lagos? 15 minutes.
Yes.
So ìyẹn ni ò lè hold. Ó kàn fẹ́ proof pé nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe tipẹ́ tó máa ń mu jẹ. Ó kàn fẹ́ proof pé you don't know me, I am Wasiu. I am above the law. Irọ́ dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Báwo bó ṣe disgrace rẹ̀? How does he feel now? Ẹ jẹ́ kó tó ń fúnra ẹ̀ bá lọ wò báwo làwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe máa feel.
Ó ti tẹ́lẹ̀ apology.
Tó wá jẹ́ pé nítorí
ó ní ọmọ tó kù mọ̀ ọkọ jẹ kó má ra lọ́wọ́.
Eléyìí ò kì í ṣe ọmọdé mà. This is a 68-year-old man. Well traveled. Ó ti ń travel for decades. So he knows he will never try it outside Nigeria because they will disgrace him. And of course, what disgrace ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn? Ṣé ó lọ òun ṣe duck? Why tó sáré bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ò lárí mọ́ tí ò jẹ́ kí wíńdì yẹn gbà wọn? You see, a máa ń pọ́n jẹ̀bẹ̀tẹ̀, a máa ń pọ́n láṣọ. Àkísà à ń pọ́n láṣọ ní Nàìjíríà because Wasiu ni every idiot tó bá ti ní change díẹ̀ tó wà connected sáwọn kan tó wà ní power, ó máa rò pé law apply sóhun. I mean, come on. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm not trying to absolve the pilot of any blame, of any because no one not wrong. But ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n wá bá ẹ, the pilot extended courtesy to him ló ṣe bọ́s sílẹ̀ wá bá bóyá no plane ló tẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀. So you see, he is supposed to be locked up. Kò ní mental issue kankan àwọn tó sọ pé yẹ ká gbé lọ hospital run gbogbo yẹn. Wàsíù ń pa fún mi jọ́ olóṣìṣẹ́ kìíní kan lọ́tọ́ pé lórí TikTok. He's sound mentally. What is wrong with him is an unfounded thinking of himself. because he thinks he's this big star that everybody should be kissing his stinking ass. What does that plane need? These people are timer, they come out the phone signal to go. The plane has to leave. So pilot the only people who worry, what you are making, we have to clear because kò sí ó back sí ẹ̀yìn building yẹn kò ní ìdí anybody tó ṣe máa direct ẹ̀ láti move ojú ló kọ síbi tó ti máa bọ́ sí taxiway ẹjọ́ nítorí ọlọ́run àwọn tó ń pe the so-called àwọn tó ń pè lọ́tún lọ́sì tó ń fún ní gbogbo kìíní ó yẹ kán kọ́ ọ̀ to order tó bá fẹ́ set rules nílé ẹ̀ ó lè lọ sórí roof ilé ẹ̀ kò fò sísàlẹ̀ ó lè lọ sórí third mainland bridge kò fò sínú omi. You can do whatever you want. But tó bá wá sí airport, others are involved. Bí wọ́n ṣe sanwó, làwọn tó kù náà ṣe san. They have the same right. They have the right to leave on time. Go and hold the plane. Go on, you are wrong. For crying out loud. You are wrong. And the fẹ́ tó fẹ́ gbà. Ó dùn mí pé àwọn guys yẹn wọ́n mess ẹ̀ up mẹ́. Wọ́n drag ẹ̀ off that plane lọ. And then hand him over to the police. Èmi ti rẹ́ni tó ń mess around nínú plane ní wọ́n drag it out ní they call the airport security they drag the guy out of the plane and the plane moved. We're not going to hold an aircraft because of a single individual who was obviously drunk. I want to ask, because I told you about people a plane becomes an object, a weapon of mass destruction once tó bá ti tan engine yẹn tó ti move. Ní Alabama ń bí báyìí ní US a couple of months ago plane land kò tí turn down speed engine yẹn kó tó dé ibi tó ti máa park. It sucked one of the workers in. Ó lọ lulu they couldn't show the picture. It was gory. Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ wá sí irú ọ̀gbẹ́ni tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn please tell him the truth gbogbo eléyìí tẹ́ wá ṣe ń bì is disgraceful. You are just begging the question. You are encouraging him to continue this nonsense. I don't believe it. Because if you know ṣé Wàsíù Adọ́rù yẹn wò ní US níbí of course he be in jail. That is why people want to outside Nigeria. But when they return to Nigeria, they start misbehaving because they believe they own the country, they run the socially in the society. More and more humble. You have a pilot who extended courtesy. She shouldn't have even done that in the first place. Only job goes in the cockpit. I want to answer the sort it out. But because of Wasiu's personal recognition, who extend courtesy, you are by sorrow. Wada ko da si won lara. Irú ìgbéraga òṣìwò nìyẹn. Àwọn sọ pé plane nìkan ò dá, ilé nìkan ò dá. Kò dá ṣé wọ́n force kó wá wọ̀ ni. Value jet tí wọ́n ju the regular other kìíní lọ. Àwọn APC gangan ìbálòjẹ wọ́n jù wọ́n lọ. It's premium. Tó ń torí ọlọ́run ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ò ní pọ̀ jù báyìí lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe òótọ́. Nǹkan tó ò ní gbà má fi lọ ẹlòmíì. Ìbínú ló mú pilot yẹn ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe. Iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe kò ní àwọn tó ń lé Wàsíù kiri. Iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe and there is dignity in labour. It is contributing her quota to the development of the country. Ìbínú ló mú ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe she should not have moved. But the bigger question is, why is Wasiu doing this in Nigeria? But tó bá dé ta kò ní ṣe. Because he knows what he's supposed to do, but he doesn't want to do it because of ego. Ego tí ò ní basis. Finish. Ẹjọ́ contribution tèmi nìyẹn. Wasiu has the bigger blame. And wọ́n ní àwọn NCAA wọ́n ti ban ẹ̀ for wọ́n ti place on no fly for 6 months. The airline itself is supposed to ban him for life. Ó lè fò pẹ̀lú wa mọ́ for this nonsense tó ṣe. Tí àwọn èèyàn bá blame á rí reason kò jẹ́ pé káwọn kan wá máa sọ pé ó ní medical condition. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ló ní medical condition tó. Thank you very much, Amori.
Ẹ ṣé sir.
Amori, I want to